Welcome, my dear sweet audience, to the newest episode of the League of Extremely Ordinary Gentlemen. This marks our Volume 5, Episode 1, or Issue 1, however you choose to number these things. And I'm sorry, I'm speaking in a kind of a somber tone. This is a sad time for me because I feel like I'm going to have to retire my Christian Bale imitation, as Mel Gibson has clearly eclipsed any Christian Bale, Alec Baldwin rant, Lily Tomlin. They have nothing to work. They're probably all together sipping mojitos, listening to Jason. How many Mel Gibson rants have there been right now?
4 or 5.
4 or 5. I think there's 5.
They should put them on books on tape.
Yeah, there's been one every day. It's like. I mean, all right, Bo.
You are going to blow me if you don't tell who I am. No, I'm.
And smile.
I am.
You need to blow me and smile.
But don't smile with teeth.
Really? I don't know what you people have a problem with. Everybody should smile.
But
what's wrong with smile?
I'm burying all of you in my rose garden.
You know what? I don't appreciate you guys talking about Mel Gibson like this. Mel Gibson is
a friend of the Jews.
Hell of a guy. He's a friend of my people. He's a friend of the Jews.
Yes.
He loves us.
Yes, no, he made that movie, The Passion of the Christ, all about the King of the Jews.
When he said that they,
it was all about the love of the Jews.
When he said that they started all the wars in the world, he meant that as a compliment.
You know what's fascinating is that like the cop who arrested him, he was like, "You're a Jew, aren't you?" Turned out the cop was a Jew. I mean, a Jewish cop in Southern California, and Mel Gibson finds him. Like he's like Christoph Waltz in Inglourious Basterds.
So what you're saying is he was totally justified. He wasn't being denigrating. He was just amazed.
No, I'm saying he's got a nose for it.
He was just surprised. Oh my God, you're a Jew.
Maybe it was the nose that tipped him off. I don't know.
Well, everybody, welcome to the show. For some reason, I'm still hosting this thing.
Yeah.
Jew count of shalom.
So
honestly,
shalom.
We were getting ready to fire you after the last time you did a Christian Bale impression, but now that you said that it's done, I'm ready to let you continue.
Well, Leon's still here at the helm. To my right, being a little quiet right now, is my good friend Grant. Step in, Grant.
Oh, hey.
Oh, you didn't know you were going to do anything today.
And that was it.
But running down from the left, next to me is Bo.
Otherwise known as Gary Gygax's personal assistant. By the way, you little gamer motherfuckers killed that man. You killed him as sure as you stabbed a knife in his heart.
What? It wasn't the IRS?
This isn't the tabletop episode. That comes later. You can save your rage for Randy's hosted episode.
No, I've got plenty of rage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. He doesn't have to ration it.
You don't talk like that, man. Gary Gygax is rolling in his grave right now. Probably a D20.
Yeah.
Who you just heard on the mic is one of our special guests for the night, Mr. Paul Benjamin, who we've had on the show several times.
Friend of the league.
And a Jew.
Also
Both.
a Jew.
Yeah, we can't do a Mel Gibson show without having an actual Jew on the
Still
show.
a big fan of Mel Gibson, though, oddly enough.
You know what? That's the thing. There's
Everyone's looking at me. I'm like,
You didn't have a comeback ready.
No,
for that.
actually, I'll tell you what I love about Mel Gibson is he's fucking crazier than Riggs. Like,
that's true. That's true.
I used to watch Lethal Weapon and be like, he's too calm. I don't buy it. I know he could pull off more.
I gotta say that, like, after the first thing, the whole thing with the cop and him going nuts, then I saw Braveheart in a bar. I used to love that movie, but I was watching it and just laughing my ass off the whole time. Like, I just couldn't take it seriously. Every time he's screaming, I was like, that's him for real.
Most people do not know that King Edward I was actually Jewish. So it adds a whole new level to the film.
And Edward Longshanks. Oh no, that is
that is Edward I. Yeah.
Okay, I was going to say he was black, but
Now my
No, he couldn't have been because I saw him on his own, and according to Mel, they only run in packs.
At least one of those Scottish guys had sugar tits. I was certain about that.
Following through with the introduction.
It's all blue frosting.
Or not. Is my ever-loving co-pilot, Cyrus.
Hello. Did you introduce Jason?
Hey, man, maybe I want to have a big build-up for Jason.
I'm sorry, I screwed up. Here, let me edit this. No, wait, I'm not going to. Okay, it's
Yeah,
me, Cyrus.
wow.
Hi.
This is the kind of co-pilot I get, the one that steps over everything I do.
not quite Chewbacca. Is it?
Hey, what does this stick in the middle of the plane do?
I got it by
flies
watching
it.
you, Corey. Oh, wait, he's not here. So,
But now
Sorry, we were talking about co-pilot.
Thank you,
Chewy.
Chewy.
Fine. The man of the evening, the Tower of Power, my good friend, Mr. Jason Murphy.
Howdy.
Who will, for tonight, be me. This is your show. Because it's
Awesome.
all about video games. And you're all about video games.
I just want to hear
Well, you're not all about
his
Scotch.
Black Rage rant now.
My Black Rage rant? Do I have to have a Black
Well,
Rage?
you're going to be Leon. You might as well take advantage.
Oh, I thought we were talking about the Green Lanterns.
We will. We will.
No. Rage is the Red Lanterns, dude.
Oh,
right,
that's
which
true,
is
yeah.
me.
Hey, they're the best, though, because they have a kitty.
And,
An angry kitty.
and so with me retiring my Christian Bale, Jason, you feel free to do your Mel Gibson whenever you want to throw that in.
Oh, no. Thank you, Leon. Say it. Say it. Say thank you! Say thank you!
I do nothing. I host this show, and I try to be your
You
friend.
are a cunt, whore, gold digger.
And then you hit me as I get the questions for
You
you.
deserved it.
That's right. What kind of man are you? You say bad things to me while I try to host this show and give you an
You
opportunity.
I gave you everything. I don't have any friends. I have to hang out with Cyrus.
Hey!
Can you guys excuse me for a minute? Just reminded me I need to go call my parents.
You know, it's sad that I can't help but think like 20 years ago this would so not have been appropriate or funny to joke about at all, and now it's like shit. You're kind of a jerk if you don't. What are you, racist? You're not making fun of Mel Gibson
Poor
beating up
Mel
his
Gibson
girlfriend?
is just so sick, and there's one remedy. Blowjobs. The guy clearly just needs more blowjobs.
You know what? He's a Hollywood celebrity. I don't think he was lacking from blowjobs.
No, clearly he was, because that seems to be his big complaint with her.
Well, maybe he just wanted that all the time. It was just all he wanted.
Wait a minute,
Which,
dude.
good
she
luck
wasn't-
with that.
She wasn't giving him blowjobs?
Not enough.
Oh, well, she is a cunt.
The new porn coming out is going to be Mad Mel 3, Blown on the Thunderdome.
And that was Grant. We want to make sure that that's
Exit,
been made
stage right.
clear.
That was,
Hey, I
Grant, you
like
just,
Grant
I know,
here.
I know. Grant only wants to watch the version where Virgin.
The
Wow.
Virgin.
The version where two men enter. And
Oh, hey! Rally going.
Nice.
Why isn't he on here every week?
2 men into, 2 men come.
man, I do not want to see Master Blaster's money shot.
You know, the thing is, like, I forgot who
He's
said
always
it,
you can always see his little head popping out though.
but man, I'm kind of finding out that, man, women really do hate women. Because there's so many of them who are like, well, I'm sure she was really a gold digger. And,
Yeah.
And you know what? She knew what she was getting into, and she deserved it.
So do you hate
and
yourself?
Poor Mel.
Ooh, and Whoopi Goldberg really hates black people because apparently she hasn't been one for a long time.
But it is the kind of thing, like, with these tapes, like, it's one thing to read the transcriptions of it, but it's so different when you actually hear it.
Oh yeah, I mean, I had read a little bit of what it was, but yeah, I just heard it for the first time the other day, and it is a whole different world. And you hear Mel Gibson's voice, and you know it so well, and you're like, oh my god, that's Mel Gibson. And then you're like, oh my god, that's Mel Gibson.
Yeah. It's like, it's funny and scary and uncomfortable
And
all at the
there's-
same time.
There's no mistaking that it's him.
Yes.
Well, we're so familiar with his voice that like there's a large part of us that wants us to just go, oh, it's drama, it's fake, it's a movie.
Right. I'm trying to think, like, how could he save this if he came out and go, like, I was playing a character.
It was research for a role when I knocked her teeth down her throat.
I was inspired by Joaquin Phoenix and Andy Kaufman.
Well, you know,
Don't
in
even
all
get
of
me
his
started.
movies, he gets pissed off because someone killed or abducted a member of his family. Look at every Mel Gibson
So
movie.
he's
And then he
the-
goes on a rampage. He's pissed because he wanted to save that murder for himself.
It's true. The vein on the side of his head at this point is larger than the vein underneath his cock.
He's
it's
the
like, holy
villain
Christ.
in his own movie.
Well, yeah, he just needs to, like, make a Philip K. Dick movie, and that'll be it.
Right?
He'll be the guy hunting for himself. Who's
Or
the
it
villain.
would be like being Mel Gibson, you know. Every character in it is him. He can hunt himself and
We
be
can
like,
blow you for you wholesale.
He's standing up at the top of the dock, diplomatic immunity.
You motherfucker!
Now, speaking of all this Mel Gibson rage, Grant here found the new Nerd Rage quiz on IO9. Is that what you got, Grant?
This is
Yeah.
a bad idea.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
It's an awesome idea.
This is not gonna end
I'm
well.
filled with rage, and I am a nerd.
Well-
I am curious about this.
I think that exactly
Well,
spells
then,
why it's
how
not a
about
good
this?
idea.
You answer the following questions as honestly as possible. And I'm going to throw this challenge to our audience as well.
May I be your test subject?
Yes, you may. Everyone may chime in, but especially you and Cyrus.
Certainly.
I'm curious about your answers the most.
Yes, we should have a control.
And everyone
And
here.
by that I mean we should have a sissy answering the questions too.
Oh, I see.
All right, I'll do it.
Everyone here, but really, everyone
that
everyone
wasn't
listening,
you.
That was an
everybody in
insult
the
directed
audience
at
who's
me.
listening, write your score down and be ready to post it when the post goes up, and I'll show you what the numbers mean.
I'm just gonna pet my cat here and try and pretend this isn't happening.
God, please tell me that's a euphemism.
Please tell me there's a cat
I mean,
in the
not a
room. Please tell me
euphemism.
there's
Not
a
a
cat in the
euphemism.
room.
That's what I meant.
So, okay, answer as honestly as possible, and for each yes, give yourself 1 point.
Awesome.
Number 1. Have you ever experienced a spike in your blood pressure when overhearing other people, especially strangers, getting their facts wrong when they talk about a science fiction story, game, or software?
Yes.
Dude, you are such an idiot. Don't you know anything is what I always want to go say to them.
I've never had a blood pressure cuff on when someone was talking.
No, but I saw that vein in your forehead start throbbing.
I can't accurately say.
Apparently like the one in Mel Gibson's cock.
The lie detector is spiking right now.
I have actually hit another human being for that reason.
I got into a fight in second grade because someone was trying to tell me that Darth Vader was Luke's father.
And when he says in second grade, he just means he happened to be in a second grade class.
Yeah, did you apologize when the next movie came out and you found out that he actually was?
No, fuck that guy.
No, this was like a year ago.
Yeah,
Paul.
yeah. He's had to be in somebody else's second grade.
I was like, no, Darth Vader is a liar. He's the Dark Lord of the Sith. He lies. And then I punched him.
Okay.
I'll agree with you that Return of the Jedi never happened.
Number 2. Have you ever been permanently banned from an online forum for arguing about the right way to interpret a TV series, movie, or comic book?
No, but only because I have taken pains to befriend the person who bans people.
I don't really post on online forums, but I once got in a pretty bad fight with my sister-in-law over time travel and time travel logic.
That's a complicated.
in of
That's
all-
a sticky wicket.
In of all movies, Kate and Leopold.
Oh,
Jesus Christ. I would just be pissed that I had to watch that thing.
yeah.
right?
I heard a riot broke out at one convention of the Lake House. So, just saying.
Yeah, no, Kate,
I will say that for me, no, because I'm the guy Bo was talking about.
Yeah, I know that. Number 3. Have you ever argued for more than an hour straight over the merits of a piece of software or hardware?
Yes.
Give yourself 2 points if you were also arguing about open source versus free software at the same time.
Not my geekdom
Dude.
at all.
Yeah, I've argued
No.
plenty of times with that one.
No, I don't care.
The
I'm just
merits
like
of
whatever
Photoshop
works.
versus fireworks. For more than an hour, you've heard
Yes,
me at
that's right. As a matter of fact, I have. Yeah. Okay.
I would like to say that thank you, Hewlett Packard, for the latest update to my printer, which makes it not fucking work and print wirelessly anymore. And enjoy the powder that I've sent you in the mail.
Yeah, Kristen was telling us about that. Fuckers. Number 4. Is there only one right answer to the question, which Star Trek movie is the best?
Yes.
Yes.
No.
No,
Yes!
I
no.
don't think there is.
No,
Yes,
there are
God
merits
damn it,
to the
there is.
various
What the
Star
fuck
Trek
is wrong
movies.
with you neutered fuck?
I think it depends on what your generation is and what your
Gender
Obviously,
is.
obviously, the very first one was the best, and that's the end of the story.
Okay, I'm not with him.
I think we're going back to
I mean,
question 1 here.
No, I mean,
question
you know
was,
what?
all right, anyone from even mildly our age group, and that even includes Grant. The answer, there is only one right answer. But some 15-year-old who may have seen like the ones people told him are the best is probably going to like
really?
the new Star Trek better than
The
Wrath of Khan.
15-year-old is probably going to say that the greatest playwright in the English language is no one because he's never read a play. But guess what? It's still fucking Shakespeare.
I'm not sure that's true.
I kind of like the newest one.
Okay.
You
Dude,
like the newest Shakespeare? Really?
the one-
This? Come on.
The one with the
What's
whales
wrong
was,
with you, Hamlet?
was awesome.
Yeah, he's right. The Tempest side.
Take me to your nuclear vessels. I mean, you can't argue with that. No, all right, it's
Yes, I
Wrath of
can.
Khan.
Yeah.
It's Wrath of Khan.
And I can argue with you having space naval battles in a fucking nebula. That's how I argue
Which
with
actually
you.
is the best one. Yes, it's Wrath of Khan. There's no question. But as far as like whether or not someone might think, which is what the
You have to
question was.
remember there are people out there who like. For them, the first Superman was electric blue Superman. So you got different
I know,
perspectives.
And they need to
gives me
be
chills.
rounded up and
Yeah,
sterilized.
there are people out there that think that cutting off a woman's clitoris is a really good thing to do. and they're wrong.
Have you ever done it?
Comparing
Wrong,
that
wrong,
to
wrong.
Have
what
you
the
ever done
best
it?
Star Trek movie
Yes,
is?
I am.
Is she being a cunt?
Female circumcision equals not liking Star Trek 2.
Bo somehow
was she
manages
just
to
asking
get
for
more
it?
points than are on this quiz.
What is wrong with you assholes? You're all playing semantics. Wrath of Khan is the best Star Trek movie ever. Period. And if they make a better one, then my God, there is a God.
This
Preach-
is
preach
why
it, Brother Bo.
This is why he's not allowed to be my partner on the pub quizzes anymore.
And it's amazing you haven't been banned from a forum yet. Okay, number 5.
Oh, sorry, were you talking?
No. Number 5. Do you agree that it's impossible to fully appreciate the Lord of the Rings movie trilogy without reading the books?
No.
Absolutely.
Discuss.
What? You don't get the background story? You don't understand the little things that are happening in the background?
Well, I mean, I guess it depends on how you...
Hey, you were playing semantics. I'm playing semantics. Fully appreciate.
Yeah, I know,
What
and
if you're illiterate, is what Cyrus is about to say. What if you can't read
No.
and really like
if you
movies?
haven't read the books,
What is this,
then
being
you don't
mean to
know.
Cyrus Day? Jesus
If you
Christ.
haven't read the books, then you don't know that that Two Towers is totally split up. So it's like all Frodo and Sam, and then it's all Merry and Pippin. And I stopped reading that book halfway through the first time I read it when I was a kid because I was like, dude, I am sick of them talking to a fucking tree about how the tree doesn't want to fucking do anything.
And in fact, Paul brings us to an excellent point, which is if you haven't read the Silmarillion, you should be allowed to watch Lord of the Rings.
I mean, once again, how do you fully define fully enjoy? I know people who don't like the movies because they like the book so much
I define
better.
it as almost having an orgasm and having an orgasm. So suck it.
All right, number 6. Have you ever broken something worth more than $20 after getting killed in a video game?
Yes.
Yep.
I've broken monitors, keyboards, mice.
Oh,
Televisions.
video game controller, that's it.
I've never gotten killed in a video game. You guys fucking suck at video games, you pussies.
I fractured.
That's only because you made them. you knew what to
I
do.
broke my brother's femur.
That wasn't worth $20.
No.
Can't
Yeah,
buy it on the
you
open
do have to pay
market.
the $20
All I have to say is I can't believe how shallow you guys are.
Okay. 7.
Jesus, I'm gonna throw something at you worth more than $20.
If I catch it, it's mine.
This ain't dodgeball, motherfucker.
Oh, yes, it is. If I catch it, it's mine, and I can opt to throw it back at you.
I'm not throwing it.
Number 7. Apple sucks. Apple rules. Are those fighting words?
Yes.
I don't care anymore.
No.
Really? Because
No.
I remember a time when you cared.
They were until the whole antenna debacle.
Yeah, no, they were up until like Apple stopped being like the plucky underdog and became like having huge market shares. So
Yeah,
now it's just like they're just another big software.
Leon, you do the same thing to me that everyone else does, and I've seen do to other people who don't have a
Pigeonhole
Mac. I go, man, I really am enjoying this Mac. I've been a PC user for years, but I really think I prefer the Mac. And then the next time you hear about it, it's them saying, man, all he'll do is talk about how much better the Mac is. I'm like, what? All I did was say I was enjoying
Because
it.
Macs, in the list of dangerous cults, Apple is second only to Scientology.
No, and you are right, and I know people who are that way, but I was
Absolutely
not ever one
all
of
right,
those.
Hold
Sorry,
on, you
dude,
got
I
a
love
fucking
you.
problem with
On the other
Scientology. I
hand-
don't appreciate you bashing my religion. Oh wait, I'm a Jew.
I will say that our mind washing compounds are much better looking than Scientology's mind washing compounds.
But
And they're so easy to get through. It
But-
only takes a couple of steps.
But your hardware accessories still suck.
And you can't play any games, which is why Bo loves Macs.
All right. Number 8. Have you ever tried to punch somebody after arguing about Batman, Superman, or any Marvel Comics character?
I feel like I have, but I
Yes.
can't
Wait,
remember.
only Marvel
specifically.
Comics characters, not DC characters?
Batman and Superman.
What fucking loser wrote this fucking quiz? They're an idiot.
I think I took a run at a dork that was twice my size once over a video game. Does that count?
I just hit Paul several times.
Yes, yeah, I have.
Fair enough. Number 9. Do you own a collectible whose loss or destruction would put you in an extremely, extremely bad mood that lasts for more than one day?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, no question.
There's
I have to say yes to
a
that one.
singular form to that question. Jesus Christ.
I don't own any collectibles. What kind of nerds are you guys?
Okay, Paul.
I'm not sure you qualify as a nerd anymore.
Yeah, I know. I might be lying.
Yeah.
Yes.
I might have
Maybe.
more than all of you combined.
Well, let's ask Mel Gibson. He's a Jew. Of course he's lying.
The Jews own all the collectibles, and they're responsible for eBay.
See, his nose is growing. All right.
I couldn't tell.
Number 10. Have you ever gotten into a friendship-ending fight with somebody over software games or science fiction?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Back in the Infocom days.
Infocom
Remember
days?
that Zork and all that? I had a friend. And
Yeah, it was
he and
the
I.
50s.
He and shut up. It was, and you were already like 30. All right. Me and a friend were buying every single one as it came out together. We were splitting the money for it, and then like we won't work on it without each of us there, like taking turns and going over each other's shoulders trying to figure it out. And Sorcerer came out. I think it was Sorcerer, the sequel to Enchanter. That was like the holy grail. We were like, oh my God. And for some reason, even though that one, he didn't have any money and I had paid for the whole thing, he insisted he be allowed to take it home for the first week and play it by himself, just out of nowhere. And I was like, no, absolutely not. No, you didn't even drive. We're even here. We even drove you here. And he never spoke to me again. That was it. He just refused to speak to me. Yeah, like just recently did he get back in contact with me. And I sent him a message going, oh, it's kind of funny, right? And then he didn't message me back.
But I do appreciate you inviting me on the show after all.
Oh, yeah, you know.
I read that question. I was like, that's so absurd. I'm sure there's no one. And then sure enough,
Yeah.
Cyrus.
I don't understand what happened, but there it is. Yeah.
You know, I've had friends who just like decided they didn't like me anymore, and it could be I said something genre related that pissed them off.
A
I
series
know I
of them.
decided the guy was a dick because he wouldn't let me play with his power glove.
Wow.
Not a euphemism.
Hey.
Okay, number 11. Have you ever screamed at somebody for more than 5 minutes for making a really bad move in a video game or RPG?
Define screaming.
I cried when my DM killed my ranger when I was a kid.
Yes.
Wow, that's okay.
Someone, got my character killed on Legend of Zelda 2: Link's Awakening.
Leroy
Wait,
Jenkins.
no, it wasn't Link's Awakening. It was.
That was a little bit later.
Yeah, no. It was Zelda 2, the Adventure of Link or whatever. I don't know. It was the second Zelda game, and yeah, somebody got me killed, and I went on a complete fucking Bill O'Reilly tirade. Fuck it! I'll just replay it. I'll replay it. I was so mad. It was like 5th grade or something. It was ridiculous.
Dang.
I am still berated to this day for upping my Gambit character like 4 levels in X-Men Legends right near the end of the game and like blowing all of our experience points. People are so pissed that we spent the entire game for that.
I like that. That's awesome. All right. Have you ever gotten so frustrated with a gadget or computer that you have thrown it across the room or out a window?
Oh yeah, who has?
Bo, you got an answer for that?
Jesus Christ! I've like gone to India and thrown texts out of the fucking window.
Hold on. Can I put you on hold for a second? Well, I suppose.
It doesn't count.
I've got a hole too. Ooh, I hope I don't let go.
It doesn't count if you don't hit anyone in the skull when you throw said object.
Only that video game controller. That's it. Anything else? I've come close a couple times. I was like, oh no, I don't want to destroy that.
Yeah, I don't really throw stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm the same way. When I get angry, I don't punch walls. I don't throw things.
I punched a wall once, but honestly, it was better than punching her.
I
So,
just push it down on the inside,
Yeah.
but I'm fine.
and
I'm
drink a
fine.
bottle of whiskey.
Cyrus chokes teddy bears.
I actually have indeed choked a teddy
Oh,
bear
Jesus
when I was
God.
that angry.
No, just stop.
And that's not a euphemism.
That's
It'd be
what
so
I'm
much
afraid
better
of.
if it was. And finally, number 13. When somebody screws you over, do they deserve to have their email, Facebook, Twitter, blog account hacked? Not by you, of course, but by somebody who just happens to have your DNA and occupies the exact same spot you do in space and time.
I don't know about the answer to that question, but whoever wrote it, I want to go over their place and punch them. Does that count?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a dumb question.
I mean, it depends on what you. I hate to go semantics, but what does screw you over mean? Did they sleep with your wife? Did they fucking come to your house and put sugar in your gas tank? I mean, what did they do?
What do you consider screwing you over?
That's a good point.
That's
there
what
are
I'm saying.
varying levels of
There are
being
varying levels.
screwed
There's a
over.
lot of different answers. Is there a point in which absolutely yes that someone should do that to them?
What if they wrote one more day?
Look,
obviously,
do you mind
yes.
if can we parse it down? If somebody disagrees with me, yes, they deserve to be completely fucked. Totally and utterly for the rest of their
I don't know, Bo. I think you're wrong on that one.
I'm a big fan of the eye
Really?
for an eye thing. Like, if they're a hacker and they hacked into somebody else's account, then they deserve to have their own account hacked.
Ooh, karma.
Yeah.
Karma
that's what
hacking.
I'm talking about.
Yeah.
All right.
fair
All
enough.
right, well, that's the 13 questions. So all you out there, add up your points, and I will post what the points mean, because they have it broken down in like if you got this many, you're one of these, and blah blah blah.
Am I one of the icons that they use to describe rage?
Yeah, you're whatever the last one is, you're that. You
And
you actually
You are Atrocitus.
Actually,
the
we
nerd.
weren't keeping track here, so if somebody out there can go and total up all of our points and give us our scores, that'd be awesome.
I had 9.
I did too.
I was the only one who wasn't counting my
seriously,
I
Bo?
wasn't
I
counting.
swore you had 10.
The bog people. Well, we all have got the same the same way that you draw our ire.
I don't understand this test though. It seems totally inaccurate. There's nothing about how many shots of whiskey can you drink. There's nothing about like how many times.
It's
have
nerd
you-
rage.
Isn't that? Well, I guess I'm gauging by Leog standards.
I don't think it was specific enough.
We should make our own. That's a little bit more specific. Get on that, Jason.
That's true. How many times have you wanted to beat up Grant?
Oh, wow. I am now at 77 points.
How many times have you actually beat up Grant?
I'm at 77 points too.
I'm at 79 points, because sometimes I do it by accident.
All right, well, Jason, at this point, I am done with hijacking your show.
Oh.
It's all you now, buddy. So take it away.
Are we moving past news? What are we going to do? We're going to talk about any other things? We should probably get right into video games and stuff, right?
Well,
All right, unless Cyrus had some news that needs
No,
to be talked
this was
about.
a kind of a
those weird
crappy
weeks.
week.
All right, that's
we
fine.
do
I
have to
didn't
talk
have a
about
lot.
the atrocious costume shit.
We have,
There's no question about
Okay.
that.
There's a couple of big news things, like the
Yeah.
Green Lantern outfit was finally revealed.
The first
and-
official look at that on the cover of Entertainment Weekly with Ryan Reynolds. Yeah.
Okay, so how'd you guys feel about it?
Did they say that was actually the final look of the
It's
outfit?
on the cover of
period?
Entertainment
No, I
Weekly.
would assume
Yeah.
it was too.
They're
But
certainly
when you
alluding
look
to
at it,
And by the way, to answer your question, it's completely fucking awful.
I don't
I
think
thought it
it's
was okay.
awful.
His
I
power
mean,
Have
ring.
you
His
seen-
power ring looks really cool.
Have you seen a big?
I have.
Real.
I didn't think it was awful. I thought it was not great.
I saw it the
but-
day after I saw
Dude,
the Thor
it-
picture, and it was awesome
It-
in comparison.
Well, yeah, I will agree with you with that. But as far as I'm concerned,
Yeah.
I mean, if this had not had like the EW cover on it, if it had not said that, if it had just been a picture, oh my God, we're drawing it up right
His
now.
mask is a little goofy.
Well,
No,
it's
the
like
mask.
a-
That's
No,
the
look.
mask.
The
I
mask
mean,
is, like,
the
painted
the
on.
costume. There's no collar. There's nothing like that. It looks like basically somebody. Well, it looks like what it is. Somebody took a naked picture from the waist up of Ryan Reynolds.
Thank God it
And-
stops at the
and-
I
groin.
know, man. Don't you thank God for that?
Wait, what's
Yeah,
that caption
Ryan,
about the new
Ryan
Buffy?
Reynolds without a shirt on looks horrible.
What's the
Who would
caption
ever
about the
wanna
new
look at
Buffy
that?
on the EW cover? Because I want to know more about that. Fuck
Yeah,
Ryan
you
Reynolds.
don't want to know more about that.
No,
trust
you
me.
Oh, is
you
this the-
don't want no
this the
part of
fake-
that shit,
Is
Paul
this
Benjamin.
the fake non-Joss Whedon?
Yeah.
It's not really Buffy.
Which
Buffy?
I thought was trounced, but apparently is not.
Well, it keeps coming back up,
Yeah.
and there's the last thing I heard was Sarah Michelle Gellar saying, "Hell, I'll be in it if you need me," and every single other cast member has been like, "Fuck that, I don't care what
Yeah,
they say, we're not gonna have anything to
and
do with
how
that."
they
that
think
jazz."
of SMG.
And
is,
Sarah's the one who ended the show in the first place, so
Exactly.
it's kind of like, cunt. Sorry.
That
did
being
I say
said,
that?
you know-
Mel, why don't you bury her in the rose garden?
I can see where they're going, but the CGI looks very lazy. It looks almost after the thought. I'm sorry. I'm
in the Green Lantern.
oh God, man.
Man, I was thinking, they're going in a different direction, and like instead of having him wearing a spandex outfit like for an alien, they're having a uniform formed that like is just a layer over top of his natural
you
muscle.
know,
to fight him.
yeah, you know
and
that,
I thought
that
that was kind of neat.
That sounds great. why not do it well?
If you-
Because what they're doing up here,
I don't think you can judge based on one image, though. If you think about
Hey,
what
you're absolutely
Green
right.
Lantern's
You're absolutely
costume is, it's a creation of the energy from his power ring. So I mean, I'm not saying it's going to be
Absolutely.
great. I'm just saying
That-
we might not be
know,
judging.
And
based
what
on-
I am attacking here before the mounds of email or the mounds of comments come towards me, I don't think the costume concept is that bad per se, but the CGI work that I am seeing here is like fucking just it's bad.
I think
It's
it
bad
could look really
CGI
cool
work.
in motion.
I do too.
I certainly
When
hope
you're not,
so.
like,
I certainly hope
analyzing,
so.
like, it in
But
detail.
that being said, okay, great. It'll look great in motion. We're doing a still photo.
Yeah.
Dude,
And
he
what
looks-
are they working with? A computer. So I don't know. Maybe they could make that look really good with a computer, but they didn't. I mean, it just. I'm sorry. The image looks half-assed done.
He
And
looks 1,000 times better than he ever looked on Two Guys, a Girl, and a Pizza Place.
Yeah,
I'm
that
just
much
saying.
is true.
I'm just
You know,
saying.
I don't know, maybe it's just me though, and every time I look at the way they have the pattern and the lines in the suit, I think that if it was orange, people would go, it's Salmon Man.
Yeah.
It just looks like that kind of like the way that salmon is.
Well-
like, you know what I mean? Doesn't it?
And one of the things, and Peter
he
kind of
is
brought
going to be great on a bagel.
Peter Fungus Monkey kind of brought this up to me. And it's like, oh well, it looks like power lines are going out to the ring, and it's just like, yeah, the ring is the power source. So I mean, maybe they're going out from the ring. I don't know, but I'm not getting it. It's a very iconic costume. I think there is a way to do it right, and oh man, the mask especially. The mask looks like somebody just took like an air gun and a couple of like cardboard plates and like sprayed it on his face.
I think that
it just looks awful.
in much more so than in the comics, even though in the comics the suit is created by the ring, they're really trying to create the idea here that the suit, to get across visually, the suit is a projection of the ring, that it's just energy on his body.
Once again-
and I understand why they went the way they did, and I don't really have that big a problem.
Once again, that is the concept that they should go with.
But that's what it looks like to me.
But it doesn't look. No, it doesn't look like that. It looks like a bad fucking Photoshop is what it looks like.
I think it looks fine.
All right. It's fine. Bear in mind this little thing that we see up here, with what he's wearing on his finger. Oh yeah, it's the ring that can grant any fucking like thing in his mind and make it real. And this is the best costume in his head. Wow, Green Lantern is an idiot.
Well, this
He's
is
not a fashion designer. He's a fucking test
I
pilot.
know
It's
exactly.
well.
Yeah.
I'm not sure
All right,
why he
fine.
wanted the white contacts, but other
Well,
than that,
I'm sure he looked at the original Green Lantern, Alan Scott, with his big purple puffy shirt,
Like, how
and
much-
said,
yeah.
I need a uniform like that.
He,
but
he had a
much
purple
gayer.
cape. His
Yeah.
his puffy shirt was red, dude.
I'm sorry.
Oh, that's right.
The
cape was purple.
I'm getting angry at you for getting the facts wrong.
Green Lantern
Give yourself
has,
another point.
Green Lantern has long been one of my favorite heroes. I really hope they get this right. I'm certainly not writing the movie off. Looking at this, I'm like, I
agree with
really
you.
hope they do better than
This is the worst fucking Guy Gardner costume I have ever seen. Dude, that guy looks nothing like Nort. What the fuck?
it kind of looks more like what's his name?
Kyle Rayner.
Yeah, Kyle Rayner's outfit than it does like Hal
Which,
Jordan.
in fairness, Ryan Reynolds would be a better Kyle Rayner.
He
than
would.
I
indeed.
absolutely agree.
Absolutely, he would.
Well, Cyrus, can you throw
Actually, wait. Did you do you know who the original Hal Jordan was based on?
yeah, it was originally based on Paul Newman.
Paul Newman,
Oh,
exactly.
that's right.
Do you know who the Guardians of the Galaxy, or sorry, the Guardians of the Universe are based on?
I do not. The Rat Pack?
Muppets?
Israel's Prime Minister David Ben Gurion. If you
here.
go to the
Really?
go to the airport, the Ben Gurion airport in between Tel Aviv and Jerusalem in Israel, there's a fucking bronze bust. I have a picture of me with it of Ben Gurion, and it totally, I mean, it's like you're taking a picture with a bronze bust of the Guardians of Ganthet. Yes, do a search for. Okay, did you do David Ben Gurion?
No, actually, I was looking at for the Thor picture. I
Oh
figured he was
no!
trying to get me to pull up.
Do a search for Ben Gurion.
David Ben Gurion.
Just do. Yeah, okay, there you go. Ben Gurion. There you go. All right, now. Pull
Oh my
He
god!
does look like Ganthet.
He does.
my
He looks
God.
exactly like Ganthet.
Dude, that is Ganthet.
Especially if you go like second row, number 4.
For those of you playing along at home, please.
Wait. Okay, I have a question, and Benjamin, maybe you can answer. It was Gil Kane a Jew?
A little bit, yeah.
Now we have the Zionist conspiracy. Mel Gibson was totally right.
Only as far as comics are concerned.
Well, yeah,
Dude,
but
the
comics-
most powerful beings in the universe who created a galactic police
No, yeah,
force.
exactly.
Oh, and guess what? It just turned out that they're a bunch of fucking liars in Blackest Night.
Oh,
Do
yeah,
you know? Do you know what? Well, no. Do you know what Barry Allen's original name was?
Oh, jeez.
Chaim McJewy. It's true.
He's actually not wrong that way.
Will Eisner, ladies and gentlemen. I rest my case.
Just for anyone having chills, we have an actual Jew on the show, so it's okay.
Yes, this is more me.
So that makes it okay.
Yeah, no, this is more me fucking.
I
with
can
Paul
see
Bishop
your
than
friends
anything
going, man, they only had you on the show for the jokes.
else. It's true.
So speaking of that, are we going to talk about the? Are we going to move on to games?
Ow! No, we can't. Oh my
What about
arm!
food?
Where you hit me, I'm so Thor.
Okay. Yeah. So they released an image of the Masters of the Universe remake, and yeah,
They had
And-
Thor in the background.
And no one cared.
I
Yep.
think a lot of people cared.
I've given up caring. I'm like, you know what? I'll just wait till it comes out. At this point, I don't even want to see any more pictures from
See,
the
that's why I'm
goddamn
like,
Thor movie.
hey man, they decided to fire Edward Norton from the Avengers movie. I'm like, I think he's getting off pretty good.
Maybe so. You know what? I
Yeah.
wrote recently. I was like, you know what? I'm starting to come around to Leon's point of thinking on the Avengers movie. Which, no, I think, well, at least now, I still think it's going to happen.
Oh yeah,
I
it's
just,
yeah, it's gonna
It's just
happen.
gonna
I
be
just
bad.
think that it's going to be bad.
Here's the one thing. The only
Oh,
hope I
shit.
hold out for it is Joss Whedon. I'm like,
Sorry
okay,
about that, folks.
he might be able to be like the thing that makes it, good or tolerable. But if something happens to where he's not directing it anymore, I say write it off. It's just going to be a big money grab. I mean, and right now they're obligated to do it because they've been setting it up. But it's all about like, hey, we know we'll get this much audience in. But as far as expecting a good movie, not so much.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, has there ever been a superhero team movie? A real, like,
Not a real one.
established character?
Yes, it's called The Incredibles, and it's
Okay,
wonderful.
Well, sure. There you go. But the animated, not live action. I'm
Sky
just
High
saying
is pretty
it's-
goddamn good.
What's
It's
that?
a.
What's that?
Sky High is pretty goddamn
I'm saying
Oh, yeah.
established, like established superheroes who have existed.
Oh,
The
sure.
I have problems with both of them, but the original two X-Men movies did work.
There you go. X-Men,
yeah,
Fantastic Four.
okay.
No,
Fantastic
not so
not
much.
Fantastic Four.
Not so much.
Bad story. They had two things that worked. Ben and Johnny, their interaction was awesome. Other than that, the whole
There was
thing
only
a
one
wash.
thing
Yeah.
in that.
It's funny because he's called the Thing.
I mean, it's like there's been 3 Fantastic Four movies, and none of them are good, if you ask me.
Well, the Roger Corman one is good if you're really stoned.
Really drunk and got a bunch of your friends around.
All right, so
Yeah.
we're looking at this Thor picture of Anthony Hopkins as Odin, and what I'm seeing here. I mean, I know you were saying earlier that you thought it was sort of tinfoil, and
Yeah, it looks like something you get at like a toy store in a mall, Thor and Odin outfits.
it looks to me like they're just going for that Ultimates style,
Yes,
much
the
more
way
than
Thor looks.
original. I mean, I haven't seen this photo before.
Well,
so.
I don't. Have they even done the other gods in detail
No,
in the
just Loki.
Ultimates? Okay, and the thing is with Thor, in the Ultimates, it's supposed to be like a shield technology outfit that he's wearing, but
Right.
something else is going on. It's tied in on some level to some
it's-
god thing too, and so it's
Yeah,
kind of
you
a
haven't
mystery.
finished that.
I have not.
Yeah,
but
okay.
even so, the suit originally though is a shield technology thing though,
I
right?
thought that was a lie.
Yeah, that was a
It-
lot.
Is it a lie? Okay.
It's all a lie by Loki.
Well, that's how
Loki
they're selling.
manipulating
But
reality.
okay, but they're
Spoiler,
selling.
sorry.
I'll say at the very least they're selling that in the comic book. It's important for it to look like that you
Yeah,
don't
it's
know
at the
where
point
it
when
came
Loki
from.
says like, no, that's all tech that was designed by Shield. You believe it.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
It has that look to it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right, but
Whereas-
you know what? That's all the second series. So who knows if that was even something that was in the mind of Hitch when he first started designing that costume. I mean, that might not have even been a storyline.
Either way, I feel like if they're doing the original Avengers and not the Ultimate Avengers, which seems pretty clear that on the whole, at least, that's what they're
they
doing.
might
I
meld
think
the
they're
two.
doing an amalgam. When you're making
You think?
I mean, I was in film development for years. When you're making something like this, you are grabbing from every source
Yeah,
and
right.
trying to build something that
Well,
works.
then I will say.
I think-
Then let me just say, period, that whether or not they're grabbing the Ultimates, it doesn't work in a live-action visual sense. It just looks silly.
I have to agree with Jason. When I first saw it, I thought, oh, this looks like He-Man, and I don't want Thor to look like He-Man. It just doesn't look gritty at all. It doesn't. All those costumes look like they were just made and put on
Well,
that day.
but this I will argue with. Thor as a vehicle, from the original Jack Kirby days to the Walt Simonson heyday, as far as I'm concerned, has never been about grit. There's never been anything tongue in cheek about that. It's always been like, hey, I'm a god from Asgard. Here are the Asgardians. We're coming down.
But the costumes in Thor. I mean, I am a huge Thor fan, a huge mythology fan. Anyone who's read Pantheon High knows that. Like, Thor in the Marvel Universe, the costuming has always been, in a way, goofy.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's awesome in its Kirbiness.
Yeah.
But it's not something that would ever translate to real world.
Well, I disagree, because one of the ideas that has been posited for a while here is like, well, these aren't the actual Asgardians. They're like, this extra dimensional beings. And I think if they went the Kirby route and made things look like just, batshit out of hand, Kirby crazy, I think that could work if they did it right. This stuff.
That's not what they did.
It looks like that. It looks like a bad decision by Hollywood, by a bunch of Hollywood producers going, yeah, that's too weird. That's not.
Like
it's like exactly.
It looks like it was a brilliant decision by them because they're gonna sell this to little kids at Walmart.
Sure, Tupperware superheroes.
They could have gone like straight out Norse. They could have gone like Kirby ass crazy. And it looks like they have, hit somewhere like square in the middle, and it just doesn't work because it's not enough of each.
I'll tell you what I wonder about. I wonder about the lighting. I remember the first images of Saruman in the Tower of Orthanc for Lord of the Rings, and you had really, really goofy looking, plasticky. The environment just looked stupid. But when it was in the film and it was all properly lit and the color treatment was done to it, and the characters were moving through it, it was a whole different story. So I don't disagree. From this one photo, it doesn't look like I want it to look, but I'm willing to give them the benefit of the doubt.
I will say this. You said it. I hadn't even said it in those words or thought it in those words that you said, Leon, was that it just looks like it's brand fucking new. It looked like they just put these on for the first time. And that's the worst thing about it, is that these are, when you read Thor, these are guys who are hanging out in banquet halls, tearing apart boards.
That's true. These guys do
drunk.
not look like Norwegian Norse warrior.
Not at all. And not even slightly. And that's why I would have said the obvious answer was to go for the more gritty Norse look. I mean, why not? I think that would have been even cooler and set him apart even more in the Avengers
big fucking
movie
mead hall
by
full of
being
smoke
this
and
huge, scary looking Beowulf looking guy who's like towers over everyone else, and they're like, wow, what the fuck's up with this guy?
Boom! But there's no Marvel canon to support that.
Right.
I mean, they bar nothing else, this is a Marvel Comics movie about the Marvel Comics hero Thor. And if they remade Beowulf, it's not going to satisfy.
From a purely legal standpoint, you have to differentiate this version of Thor from general Norse god Thor, because Norse god Thor is public domain, and if you don't create a super iconic version of all of these characters, then you don't own them.
You can't take from those?
You can take from them, but so can everybody else.
Yes.
So you have to create a very distinctive version that can be protected
that they
from
can't
copyright
make toys
standpoint.
of.
You can make a Hercules
trademark
movie, but if Hercules ends up looking like the guy in the Avengers with the gold
with
and
the
green
thigh-high
and
sandals.
thigh-high sandals, they're like, yeah, dude.
Well,
you're getting sued.
Here we get Anthony Hopkins with a shit-eating grin. Hello, I'm Odin.
And his eye patch is really which is the most obvious CGI thing. It looks horrible, but
I think it looks fabulous.
I love that he's staring up right above like what the picture is with light shining down on him as if like God is speaking to him, and then you're like, wait, aren't you God?
I don't know. I think he's looking off into forever with his all-seeing eye.
Nope, he has found. He's watching Natalie Portman in the shower.
Actually, by the Norse pantheon is not all-knowing, all-seeing, all that. They establish higher powers even in the specific Norse mythology. So yeah,
one more point.
Hold on. Let me check my deities and demigods handbook.
Actually, that's even more specifically true of the Marvel version of the Norse gods.
Right.
With is it the old ones or the ancient ones? There's a higher power.
Something with tentacles, and there's a big tree and a huge squirrel.
And the Celestials come in.
They worship anime?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, now Jason, are you ready to move on? To
Sure, yeah. Okay.
Grab my show back. Okay.
If you guys could go get Peter and Allison.
So we should
please.
probably take a break.
I
right
will
here,
just
then.
leave you to this then.
So we'll be back in just a minute with the beginning of the actual Jason Murphy League of Extremely Ordinary Gentlemen episode, Volume 5,
Yep.
Issue 1.
This was a triumph. I'm making a note here, huge success. It's hard to overstate my satisfaction. Aperture Science. We do what we must because we can. For the good of all of us, except the ones who are dead. But there's no sense crying over every mistake. You just keep on trying till you run out of cake. And the science gets done and you make a neat gun for the people who are still alive.
All right, we're back with the second part of our video game extravaganza. It's going to be a little bit more refined this time because
We're actually going to talk about video games?
Yeah, we're actually going to talk about games, and we're kind of honing it in. We've got a guy who has worked on a number of games and comics. Longtime listeners of the league know him, of course, Paul Benjamin. And Paul, your big one of your big things you've got in the hopper right now.
One
is
of my big things.
one
You
of
know what I'm
Paul's
talking about.
big things. Oh, dick jokes. We haven't heard one of those.
I was talking about my nose, but I'll take that. Thank
He's
you.
got it in your hopper?
Hey, not my hopper.
Penis joke is so out of place at a Leon.
I
recording.
know. We never do
Dennis
that.
Hopper.
We're highbrow here.
It's hot.
Oh, my God. We're going to have necrophilia jokes now. This is
So,
Oh, no.
I know that you are a gamer, and specifically, you are one of those World of Warcraft mutants.
It's true. When
Yeah.
I was 13, I discovered my World of Warcraft mutant powers, my X gene.
Wait, so you're the guy who invented World of Warcraft then?
I guess I would have to
Because
be.
your
if it was when I was
13 would be a
yeah,
long time ago.
So, yeah, you've got a book
Hey.
coming out
Not that long ago.
in October.
No. In October, a manga version of World of Warcraft, World of Warcraft Shaman. And the Tokyo Pop's been doing these manga class books. So they did Death Knight was the first one, and then Mage, and now the next one is going to be Shaman, and it ties into Cataclysm.
Is this the first one you've done, though?
This is my first World of Warcraft. I did some StarCraft.
All right, now you wrote this, right? Is
Yes.
that correct? Who's doing the artwork with you?
Rokio, Zuki, I don't know how to pronounce her name. The very talented woman who drew Death Knight.
Okay, well, this artwork we're looking at here, which I assume is a cover from one of the books here of a, I'm blanking right now.
I feel bad.
Torn.
I've never pronounced her name out loud, and I'm just
Now
realizing
you just
I have
suddenly,
no idea how to
when
actually
put on
say
the
it.
spot, you're like,
She's
oh,
fantastic
shit.
though,
Now,
amazing work.
This is
she
great.
didn't do the Mage one, right? She did the Death Knight one, and then
Right,
somebody else
right.
did the Mage
Somebody
one?
else did Mage.
Okay.
She did
'Cause
Death
the
Knight.
Death Knight artwork is awesome.
So I didn't even know that you had done a StarCraft comic book as well. So I assume that the comic was not a massively multiplayer online RPG then.
No, it was StarCraft Frontline. It's an anthology, and so I did several short stories in the anthology with Stephen Cummings, my Pantheon High co-creator.
Okay, so they didn't give you any.
Wait,
hint-
no, I'm sorry. Those weren't with Stephen.
I mean,
I'm
I know.
sorry. I take that back.
I'm fishing
artist.
for information on the future
Oh.
of StarCraft. That's what I'm doing here.
Okay, here's what would be awesome though. So in the first story, I co-wrote it with Dave Schramek, who I work with at BioWare. And the first story that we did introduced a senator and his psychic son. And the senator was hiding the fact that his son was psychic, and they get attacked by a bunch of Zerg, and hilarity ensues.
I love my
that
poor
is-
psychic son.
And
Yeah.
the
That is
folks
always
at Blizzard
funny.
dug it, and they liked the character, and so they had us do 2 more stories with the same characters. And then the characters were part of the Ghost Academy book. That was a separate book that we didn't even work on, but they're using those characters. So I'm really, really, really hoping that they're actually going to be in the StarCraft game, because that would kick ass.
So, have you played the beta or anything yet for StarCraft 2? Because it's like right around the corner. I think it comes out
It's like the
in a few weeks.
Longest break for a game ever that actually is coming out. Is that correct?
Unless Duke Nukem 3D beats it.
Yeah, unless that actually ever comes out.
And you know what? We're still
What?
hoping. We're still crossing our fingers for a Full Throttle sequel. 'cause
Yeah.
Anytime Bruce Campbell can get some more work, we're right there.
We're all behind that.
Bruce Campbell, Full Throttle. What?
He was a voice in
Throttle?
Full Throttle.
He was?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
I didn't
Bruce
know
Campbell
that.
was the main voice for Full
No. The
Throttle.
guy. No, that guy died like 2 years ago.
Okay, well, let's
I
just
was pretty sure it
settle
was
on
Bruce
wanting
Campbell.
a System Shock sequel.
I fail.
Yeah, System Shock 3. I
be nice.
would get all tingly
But
in the
I
nithers.
think this might be the longest break that still there was successfully another game, because StarCraft 2 was one of those, like, it's never going to happen ones for me for a long time. It's like, why are you even talking about this? They're never going to make it. And now they are, and I'm like, shit, I got to shut up now. But even so, the big disappointment with everyone is, like, it's not a massively multiplayer online role-playing game. I mean, after the success of taking the similar play style of the original World of Warcraft, or just Warcraft series, and
Right.
turning it into WoW, where it was like the most successful MMORPG of all time, everyone was like, well, shit, wait till they do this for StarCraft.
Well, Blizzard, for one, takes their sweet time to make sure that the game is as good as it can be before it comes out.
Thank
They've
you.
always been like
They've
that.
been very high quality
They've
all through
always
their
been
Thank
like
you
that.
very
But-
much.
But plus, they probably don't want to.
Yeah, they don't want to cannibalize
Exactly.
World of Warcraft.
Right.
Yeah. But why not? There's so much
Yeah.
money involved in doing that. I mean, it's not like they'd be cannibalizing it per se. They're using the same engine. I mean, it's like how many engines were built with the Quake,
Well,
or the
still, it's
Unreal
subscription
engine.
based, you know?
Right. How many people are going to pay for a subscription to another online role-playing game?
Yeah.
A lot,
is the
apparently.
concern. Sure, I'm just saying that's one of the issues that you look at.
Well, I think part of the problem now is that WoW itself, even its fans, I don't know. I'm not keeping track of what's going on with the numbers of WoW, but I'm not talking to many people who are talking about WoW anymore. It's kind of like
burning
old
out.
news now. It's like, okay.
Well, it's been a
It
long-
still is making so much
Oh,
fucking
It
money.
makes
Sure,
huge
sure.
amounts of money, but it's been a long time since the last expansion. We're getting close to the next big expansion, so you're kind of in that dip where a lot of people are saying, well, you know what, I'll just wait until the new big thing hits, and then I'll jump back in full force.
Well, it seems
but
to
there's
me-
still plenty of people who play it every day.
Well, it's because it's still absolutely the best MMORPG going on right now. I mean, there's been certainly
By far.
lots of attempts to. I mean, EverQuest was first, but goddamn, did they fail miserably with their follow-up to compete
Yeah.
with WoW. Final Fantasy. Okay, people were entertained with it for a little while, but it didn't even come close.
Conan tanked.
The Matrix tanked.
The Matrix tanked. Yeah.
Star
and-
Wars
big
Galaxy.
Star Wars
Star Wars
Galaxy is
Galaxy.
still going on and still has a following, but by comparison, no.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, there should
and,
not be a Star Wars Galaxy.
I would say
DC
it's
online.
contingent at
Well,
this
that's the
point.
thing, though, is that
That's
there's
just
DC Online
fanboyism
isn't out
right
yet.
there.
two
So-
big competitors coming on the scene right now for the next MMORPG, and why I think that that it's worthy even of giving them the benefit of the doubt is because they're the first that are putting them out on consoles, where the consoles will work with people who are playing them on PCs.
You know,
the same servers, you can go back and forth, and
we
one
have
is DC,
great.
and the other one is Final Fantasy 14.
Great, you've got a video game with Superman and Batman and Green Lantern in it, but you can't be Superman, Batman, or Green Lantern? Fuck that.
DC.
Yeah, but guys, hold on.
and-
In the defense of the guys designing that game, everybody would want to
Everybody.
fucking be Batman and Superman and Green Lantern.
And
Agreed.
in
who
defense
the
of
fuck
that,
else are you gonna
as
play?
the artist team, the art in I know it's not a big deal. I mean, most people when they list like what they play a game for, it's for play style, story, mission, stuff like that. The art of DC Online looks like shit.
It was Jim Lee, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's all Jim Lee designs.
Jim Lee concepts.
I don't know.
But the
I
3D
have friends who
modelers
who are
built
working
that
on the
art.
game, so I've been pretty pleased with what I've seen. I played it.
Yeah,
at,
most of what I saw
at,
was
San
pretty good.
Diego Comic Con last
I have
year.
not been
pretty
impressed
cool.
at all with the artwork for DC Online. I have actually thought that it looks a little out of date.
I like
Well-
the idea until it turns out you can't actually play the heroes. And
I
and I
don't
understand
know.
where Paul's coming from. But
There would be 5 million Batman.
Yeah.
So
There's no way you
and
can.
Cinematic
do it.
Heroes
And
did
look
a good
at it-
job making people
Yeah,
invent their own
exactly.
superheroes. And
And
that's
what I
fine,
like
but-
is that those characters will be in the game, though.
Yeah,
and
and
that's
interact
what's
with them.
important. You can
Right.
interact with those games. They're part of missions. You can go into the Batcave, and there's a whole. The Batcave itself is an encounter point. What do they call them? Like in World of Warcraft,
A
like
dungeon?
a dungeon. Well, there's a name for what they
An
call
instance.
it. An
An
instance.
instance, yeah.
The Batcave is an instance. Like Fortress of Solitude is an instance. Like that is
I
I mean,
amazing.
So
think
how
about
cool.
playing something
Yeah.
playing something like City of Heroes, which you can enjoy as a superhero role-playing game or MMO.
Which is probably
But it-
critical wise the second most popular MMORPG next to World of Warcraft.
It's done really well, but it doesn't have the emotional investment that you get from. I mean, you go on a mission in that game, and it's like you're defending a science lab. Fine. Now tell me I'm defending Star Labs from Captain Cold. And it's like,
Exactly.
okay, I
Really?
fucking
Yeah.
get it.
Wait,
I'm in a Flash story.
From Captain Cold, really?
Dude, Captain Cold? You don't like
Captain Cold is cool, man.
You bring,
I'm not talking
you
Mr.
bring
Freeze.
a
I'm sorry.
snowsuit and maybe some one of those little like hand heaters that you break open and then like rub in your hands.
You haven't read enough
Captain
Flash.
Cold is gone.
Oh my god,
You
I
haven't
feel
read
like I'm
enough.
in
Remember
high
that
school?
conversation we were having earlier about beating somebody up for not
See,
knowing?
I think
At
we
the
picked our.
lunchroom.
I love the Flash. I love the Flash Rogues Gallery, but there are some guys in there where it's like, really, that's your power. Cold
Dude,
is your power.
I want to
really?
see you go fight a dude who can freeze you in a block of ice.
Dude, that guy would beat
There
me
are
in
so
like
many
30
heroes that
seconds.
can
I'd be
beat
like,
that, though. I
"It's
mean, the only reason it's like,
65
oh well,
degrees."
Flash is the speedster. That's the only reason why he has that Rogues Gallery is because any superhero with real superpowers, other than just like, oh, I run real fast, would kick the shit out of Flash's Rogues Gallery.
Allison, what were you trying to say? I'm sorry.
no, I'm just saying, somebody beats me with cold at 65, I'm getting a sweater. I'm upset. I'm like, hi, I'm too
I'm moving to
cold.
California.
I
where
understand
Dude,
that
he
from a
slips
distance.
on the ice. It's
Yeah.
very slippery.
I
when you're moving
understand that from a
fast.
distance, Captain Cold and Boomerang and every Flash villain, except for maybe Reverse Flash, sounds like totally the most retarded villain ever.
And they've
But
been
they
written
have
well.
done a great job when you read the book, especially after Jeff
It's
Johns
all
took
about the
over,
context.
Has done a fantastic
Yeah,
job
Jeff
making
has
them
done an
into
amazing job with the
threatening
Rogues
characters,
Gallery.
especially fucking Mirror Master. Jesus Christ.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, back to the video game
Yes,
and the
sorry.
DC game. Man, when they come out with the expansion for Blackest Night where you can join the Green Lantern Corps, oh please, who's not going to want to do that? You know, I mean, that's going to be the most awesome thing ever.
Orange
Yes.
Lantern in the house.
Shit, man, I'm going to be the kitty Red Lantern, you know it. Meow, motherfucker.
That's a
I
good
can
point.
has lantern ring.
That's a good
Exactly.
point. If you can actually join a Lantern Corps in it,
Yeah.
then fucking sign me up.
Man, when you get into the expansion that lets you do space opera and fucking like going around and to different planets fighting versus Black Lanterns or whatever
Transport
else,
to
you know,
the future
Parallax.
to fight alongside the Legion of Superheroes.
Oh my
against
god,
Mordru.
I have a Woody. And the fact that I can play this on my PlayStation 3 and don't have to
That's
get on my
exciting.
PC
Yeah, it's
It
about
is-
that
that is a good
huge
plus, yeah.
selling point.
Yeah,
That's exciting.
it's about time that they made that leap. Now, the reason I called Peter and Allison into the room is because
What?
I wanted to have a full group of, with the exception of me, of course, World of Warcraft diehards, which
Oh my God.
Cyrus used to be.
I'm retired.
I had to quit.
Paul, Allison used to be. Peter used to be.
Same here, had
Paul
to retire.
still is. to
Oh,
some
you
point,
still are?
really?
Other than
I still
writing
play.
it? Well, you have to
Oh,
play
yeah.
because you're writing the comic. So.
It's a little bit true.
Is that what got
that's
you
his
back
excuse.
into it?
No. I've
Since
been with
he's-
it. So I actually was kind of getting a little bit stale on it, and then my brother started playing, and he lives in Dallas. So here I am in Austin, and I can go online and I can play
Exactly.
with my brother, and like we can chat with each other about what's going on with the kids, you know, or whatever, while we're off beating the shit out of ogres. I mean, it's really really fun to go run missions and that kind of thing with him, and he plays a hell of a lot more than I do. That's my problem, is I don't play enough. So there are a lot of like, I mean, I've got a level 80, but like you have to do a whole lot of dungeon runs in order to get all the best gear.
Well, anything after
I don't have time to
50
make an appointment for like
Yeah.
a 10-man or a 20-man
Anything
raid.
after
and-
level 50 is all partnership stuff, and it's all like you have to have a whole team of people, or there's nothing worth getting. There's no one-player game anymore. after
That's
that.
not really
Yeah,
true.
I'll
You can
debate
solo a lot
Well-
to get up to 80, but once you're 80, a lot of it is group play.
Okay, to be fair, like when I quit, 60 was as high as you could get.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, you're missing out on a
That's
lot of the
backed
cool
up,
new
but-
content that they created.
Yeah, I know.
And they've made a good attempt at trying to make it easy for the casual gamer to get ahead. Like I know that before I quit, we hadn't gotten to the 80 level, but we'd gotten to the 70 level, and a lot of the high-end gear was a mix between tier 7, tier 7.5, and instance gear, where you could just do with 5 random people, you could pick up gear that would be comparable or better in the long run for your stats than
See,
What-
but
what's
you're
hilarious-
talking about exactly the main reason I quit, because it turns into a stock market simulation.
Right, you start
after
to feel like
certain
you're playing a
points.
spreadsheet.
And I'm not interested
You know, if I can get this and
anymore.
this and this,
If
and
I
can
can
get that and that and
interject,
that.
you guys are saying when I quit, not oh the last time I played it. It's when I quit.
It's
Well,
like
if you
a
cancel
drug.
your subscription, then you're quitting.
No, you
It's
really
literally
do
like-
have to. And I had a
Crackhead.
relapse. I went back again, and I was like all into it for like 3 months, and then I was like, no, I will not be this guy again. I will not be
Yeah.
the guy who wastes fucking 6 to 8 hours a day playing this stupid fucking thing.
See, so that's the
and-
trick. Is for me, I play usually while like I'm watching TV and not watching something like when I was watching Lost, it was like fuck that, I'm not playing World of Warcraft. But if I'm watching something more casual like Monk or Psych or something like that,
Sure,
right,
episodic.
then I sit and I while I'm watching, I'm also playing World of Warcraft and having both experiences at once. So I don't feel like I'm just sending all of my time down a black hole. But I have to limit how much I play because otherwise I wouldn't get any writing done on the book.
Yeah.
To get slightly personal on the thing. I hate to say this, but I've been through a anonymous program. I've been through a substance abuse program. I hate to say that, but honestly, getting over that was easier than quitting WoW. I literally
Yeah.
had to use lessons that I'd learned in the anonymous program to get over WoW. I had to quit cold turkey. I had to have friends who didn't play WoW to get me through it. That's how addictive that fucking game is.
Wow.
I've
That game
known
is
marriages
awesome.
end.
Oh yeah, no. There's well documented cases of that, of marriages ending, of people
Financial
being
ruin.
found dead from lack of nutrition,
Yeah.
from playing it. I mean,
I literally got to the point where like I was sitting at work and I was not completing my work. I was sitting there going over stats, going, you know what? If I get this breastplate and I replace it with this one, I can get 40 more armor points. But I can also get more attack points and I can get more crit, and that will actually increase my DPS. I was going nuts over the smallest
the
thing.
minutia.
And
yeah.
that's
Yeah, and I
and that's
realized
the fun
I'm not
for a
finishing
lot of
work
people.
that I'm getting paid for
See, that was where-
to do this.
that's
and
where-
when I had to just
That's
quit
where
right
I
out.
lost interest. I was like, I just don't, I like minutia
Yeah.
to a certain extent, but it was just getting ridiculous. It was just all numbers. It wasn't
Well,
like,
and now
let's
there's
solve-
websites that will calculate all of that. It'll
Yep.
look at your character and it'll calculate all of the numbers and tell you what you can go get that'll help you out.
It's
where
not
to
like
get it,
like
and-
playing Red Dead Redemption where I go, you know what? I like doing all these little side missions because I get little extra story
Exactly.
things. It's not like that. We're talking people who are doing it so they can get like spending, a week so they can get an extra point added onto their armor or something.
Yep.
And I'm like, this is
Hell
just
yeah.
dumb.
But for-
This is like going, you need to reevaluate everything that's going on
And
to
see,
say
I
I'm
used to
spending
love
this
that.
much
Like,
time.
I used to live for the fact that I was like, you know what? I can get 2 more DPS if I just switch out this breastplate, and I would run the same instance over and over and over again with whatever pickup group I could find, just to get that one
Yeah.
breastplate that would increase that little much, so that I could top out the damage meters in my raid.
Allison, why did you quit?
I really, well, it was because I was going to fail college if I kept playing, but I was attracted to it for a completely different reason, and it was more of the society and the narrative. I had really good friends who I met on WoW that I could hang out with virtually, and we could enjoy these narratives that they created. Like, I remember one that was really super fun was the Valentine's Day.
Oh yeah,
I
that
love
was fun. Yeah.
I loved all
Where
the
you could
holidays.
like give people like perfume and presents and make them fall in love with you and stuff. And
the
so
little Cupid mini
Yes,
dolls.
yes.
Oh, I love
But there were
those.
so many
So-
holidays after a while that it started to become I'll just quit after this holiday.
I
because-
do
It
love
never
the
happens, it's just
Halloween.
every
you-
holiday.
Halloween, you can get a magic wand that lets you
Exactly.
turn your guild mates into other.
into
And
odors
honestly,
and
the
stuff.
Halloween one
Yeah.
is the worst
And,
one because they would institute older instances where it's like, oh, if I go back to Scarlet Monastery, it wasn't the monastery though, it was the other wing. Right?
Well, let's not get too specific.
Anyway,
so.
but yeah, I love the fact that you could go back and you could fight the headless horseman, and then you could get the
Right.
pumpkin helmet,
Yeah,
you could get
yeah,
all that gear, and
yeah.
that gear was usually better than whatever else gear was out there. So you would run that 100 times,
Well, they
as many times as you
know-
could to get that item.
They knew exactly what was going on too because they started introducing fake holidays, like the whole like traveling
Yes.
carnival thing that
Yeah.
was going around. It would only come in your
Whatever.
area every once in a while,
That's
and then
the
there were a
stuff I
whole
played
new
for.
set of shit going on. You'd be like, man, I gotta stop. Oh wait, the carnival's here. I'm not gonna stop. playing that. I'll just.
I gotta get the Dark Moon
If-
cards.
if
I
you're
That's
gotta
the
get
stuff
them.
we played
what
for.
difference does it make if you get some extra shit
Who
at that
cares?
point?
I did not play for some grand sweeping, like accomplishing, I've got to get this amount of stats or this kind of level. It was, I am going to kill people a lot lower than me for the fun of dancing around and eating their corpse because I had an undead rogue named Guacamole.
You were a PvP player.
Fuck yeah! And so
Can I tell about my undead rogue?
Yes, please go ahead.
One of the characters on my account, my 6-year-old nephew created, and he created an undead rogue, and he decided to name it Undead Rogue because he's 6, but he doesn't spell so well, so he has
Undead Rogue.
Undead Rouge. Awesome.
Super awesome. But if they could just get a game, an MMORPG out there that wasn't, you have to be level 80 and blah blah blah, but it just was more about content and exploration,
like
and
about
community
story
and story.
Whoa! Shut up! The World of Darkness people might be listening.
Although you know what, you don't want to discount the online community because literally
No. That's what I'm saying. I want more community, more story.
Literally,
less stats.
the guy that I know at Paramount, the reason I know him is because he was the main paladin tank for our guild, and I was the paladin off tank.
Awesome.
And so literally he would just teach me stuff like, you know what, you should pick up this breastplate because it's great. You should pick up these legs because this is better armor points. You know, you get more. You'll hit the hit cap, whatever. And so like we got to know each other like that, and that's how I know one of the department heads at Paramount is just because he plays World of Warcraft.
Well, speaking of other MMOs, Jaridiot has a question. Are there any properties that you think would make a great MMORPG if given the funding / opportunity, and if so,
Firefly. Oh, sorry.
what would you
Actually,
like?
Actually, I'm gonna say Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
I would love that.
I've actually put a lot of thought into.
Can we just
the
agree
game
on?
I got
design,
chills.
Can we just
'cause
agree
you
on?
play Buffy, or you can be a vampire.
Can we just agree on
or you can have
anything
witch
Joss Whedon wrote?
powers.
I mean, I'm
Yes.
looking forward to
Yeah, all right. The
I'm
Joss
looking forward to
Whedon
the
universe,
Roseanne
any-
MMORPG.
I just want to tell you, Paul, up until this point, I was going to say Marvel, but that is a fucking great idea.
It is.
Well,
especially if they worked in the whole thing where like Buffy makes all those girls slayers.
like in the comic.
Oh
Yeah,
my
you're
God.
a slayer or you're a vampire.
Fuck Marvel. I'm all for
Or a
a Buffy
demon.
MMO.
Or a demon, absolutely.
I think
Yeah.
there's a lot of fun to be
Or a
had with that.
werewolf.
I think one reason why I think you might see a Firefly one before that is because it's not as well defined a universe yet. So it would give the creators more room to do whatever the hell they
You
want.
could build your own starship. You could craft stuff. You could build your own team. Oh my lord, Joss Whedon, if you're listening, build this now because I will sign up today.
Yes.
Today.
Yes.
And
You can be a watcher in the Buffy one.
And you guys may not know this here.
You-
I found
you know
this
who
out
you
the
can't
other
be
day.
is
But
Xander.
Joss Whedon
Xander has no
totally
powers.
does not listen to this podcast.
Oh come
Fuck him,
on.
then.
You know what? Joss Whedon listens to every episode of this podcast.
He can
Joss
be
Whedon
everywhere at
Loves
once.
this podcast.
He is
In
God.
fact, I think I saw Joss Whedon wearing a Leog t-shirt.
Well, I can tell you this
which
for
is
sure.
funny since I don't even have a Leog t-shirt.
I can
He
tell
made
you
it
this for
himself.
sure.
He
I don't
literally
either.
took a white Sharpie and wrote Leog on a t-shirt.
I can tell you this for sure.
That's
Patton
how much he
Oswalt
loves it.
doesn't listen to Leog because I sent
Oh,
him a
Patton
message
Oswalt listens.
inviting him to be in one when he was here, and he said, "That is so nice and thank you, but no."
Did he?
Yes, he sent me
I
a
think that
response.
might be an indicator that he
See,
does listen.
No,
See,
no.
I sent him a
No. If he did, he would be here because he loves single malt scotch as much as
See,
me.
I posted
Yeah.
him a tweet
He really
where I
sent
was
you a
like,
response?
please
Yeah, he
do
really
it.
sent me a response.
Wait, what did he say?
He said, I have to politely decline were his
Aw,
words.
you know he
Aw.
wants to though. It's just
But he doesn't realize
It's
how
his-
cute we
It's
are.
his managers. His
He-
managers,
he has
they-
not
they,
seen-
They were like, nah, you shouldn't do this.
There have been
You got other
suggestions
stuff to
to
do.
send him pictures of the Leog ladies dressed
Thank
up
you.
in their
he
superhero
has not seen the
outfits,
Leog
but-
ladies in their costumes. If he
We're
had,
making a calendar,
there
by the
would
way.
not be a I can't make it. There would be a I will be there with bell song.
Hey, yeah,
See,
and if
I
you
think-
if you fans are out there, do not spam anything of Patton Oswalt.
Please
I
don't.
swear
Oh
to God,
my
don't
God.
spam him at all.
We don't want to be
However,
dicks.
if you were to post a thing saying, "Hey, have you heard of the League of Extremely Ordinary Gentlemen? That's a really good podcast in Austin. When you're there, you should go and be on it." Like once, then I'm sure that wouldn't be a problem.
And join spill.com, join the League Lounge, which is where I don't know about everybody else, but I hang out all the time.
And request,
That's fine.
request
Request
the
things,
Ladies
request-
of Leog calendar,
I think
which
so, too.
is in the works.
Is it actually in the works?
It's in the works.
It is if I have anything to do with about it, because literally, like,
There
my whole
are,
reason for existence is just seeing them in costume again.
There are pieces in place, if not yet wheels in motion.
Are we going to be able to play them in a video game?
Now that's an MMORPG where I hope they're the NPCs.
It totally would be about getting as drunk as possible.
Yeah, you have to break open whiskey casks to
Yes.
find treasure.
It'll be like
through a
Oktoberfest in
lake
World of
of-
Warcraft, where
yeah.
it's literally
Yes.
just like, you are drunk now.
You are
You
drunk.
are very drunk.
All right, let's let Jason be back in
Speaking-
charge of this podcast.
Speaking of potential MMOs,
Jason's in charge?
uh,
Oh.
well, sort of, whatever.
Oh,
Such as it is.
charge.
No, speaking of potential MMOs and so forth, there was a question, and I couldn't find who asked it,
Hit it.
but I saw it on there. What, and this will tie into something, what is the best video game that has had the Star Wars logo on it?
the original
The original for the
arcade one, yeah.
That's my favorite,
Yeah.
actually.
That's by far my favorite.
Yeah, that's a good one. A lot of people like Knights of the
You know
Old
what?
Republic.
That's a tough question.
KOTR.
I would say that the Super series for the
Yes.
SNES, Super
So good.
Star Wars, Super Empire Strikes Back, Super Return of the Jedi was awesome.
You were so much.
I'm
geekier
gonna
than
say-
I feel bad though because you know what? Fish talked about this last episode, but you know what? Kyle Katarn, fucking badass.
Yeah.
Jedi Academy 2, awesome.
Great game.
Pretty much anything with Kyle Katarn was great. I got my start as an animator making mods for oh god, what's the name of the game?
I like the first Dark Forces.
See, I'm drunk, so I can't remember. I think it wasn't Jedi Academy 2. It was one of the first ones that Kyle Katarn was in.
Dark Forces.
Was it Dark Forces?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was where he was introduced, right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Paul. You were trying to say what
Well,
yours was.
I'm biased, so
What's
I'm going to say KOTOR.
Really?
KOTOR.
Because you-
and soon to be supplanted by Star Wars: The Old Republic.
Yes.
because
Why
you're
don't-
working on
Well,
Why
that.
don't you
and you
talk
know what?
about that
BioWare
as
is
far as you
fucking
can?
awesome.
Yeah, well, let's
Literally, BioWare, it does the same thing that Genndy Tartakovsky did with the original Clone Wars 2D animation series, where it's like, fuck whatever Lucas wants to do. We're going to make a Star Wars universe that is interesting, that is fun, that is great to play.
You want to talk about addiction, man? Baldur's Gate 2.
Oh shit!
Oh my god.
my
And that was the
God.
game. That was the RPG next to World of Warcraft I've been most addicted to.
Oh, yeah.
Where it was just sick. I could not stop.
I
playing.
remember-
And then Icewind Dale and Neverwinter. They're all the
And
same game. on
I was
some
worried
level,
about the
but,
new game,
no.
but literally I had drinks with the assistant community manager, and Steph, if you're out there, hey, how you doing?
What?
But she sold me on the game. Like I literally will sell my soul to play the new BioWare.
Well, let's
Star
hear
Wars
from the
game.
guy who's actually working on
Yeah,
it.
tell us
There
what
we
you
go.
can.
All right, yeah, I'm very very limited in how much I can talk about it, and even stuff that's public.
Have you already been
still,
paid?
I have to leave that stuff up to the to my friends in the marketing department.
They've already paid you, right? I mean,
I'm
what are
still,
they gonna do?
I gotta, dude, I gotta go in. I gotta go in tomorrow.
Dude, they're not gonna listen to this podcast.
Yeah,
They're
nobody
totally
listens to
not
this. You can tell us
listening.
whatever you want. You can
Tell
tell
us
us that,
everything.
What can you tell us, Paul?
Well, what do you guys already know?
We don't know.
I
Anything.
saw that badass trailer.
We know the trailer.
which was made by Blur Studios, if I'm correct.
Yes,
You
yes.
talk about it like
I have
you
some
were
friends at
you
Blur,
were
too.
here
They do
selling
fantastic
a bunch
work.
of Japanese.
Oh my
I
god.
want you-
Blur makes the
Wait,
best
which-
I
trailers.
want you to
Which trailer
dance
did
like
you
you
see?
don't need the money. All right.
See, I saw I believe it was the Coruscant one with the clone troopers
Yeah, that's what I
and the
saw.
Jedi.
Yeah.
Yeah,
tell
that
us-
was the first one.
Paul, sell it to us like we're people who don't know anything about this except the Star Wars.
What is
movie.
But
the
really
Star
wanna
Wars
play-
that you talk of?
What is amazing about the Old Republic, and it's still in development, is just the very, very core basic concept of it is that it is a story-driven MMO. And if you think about something, I mean, I love playing World of Warcraft, and I'm writing a World of Warcraft book, so I'm a huge fan of World of Warcraft. But when you play World of Warcraft and you get a quest, you know, there's a little goblin, and he kind of turns towards you, and you get a little word balloon over his head, and he tells you, oh, you know, my village was ransacked, and I left my pocket watch back in my cabin, and you're like, you know what, whatever, just tell me what the fuck I need to go get, and I'll go get it, and
You
I'll
must
bring it
collect
back.
20
Exactly.
Murloc skins
Yeah.
to complete this quest.
In the Star Wars, the Old Republic MMO, every conversation, and that's what I'm mainly working on. Every conversation is a cinematic, a fully voiced, fully acted.
So there's
cinematic.
never the little balloons. There's never the subtitles of running under the screen. This is what you need to do. Any encounter is going to be a cinematic.
Although,
That's
you know what?
chill-inducing.
My question is, and I hate to do this to you because you're a representative of the company, how much from Mass Effect did you guys take that system
Peter,
from?
Peter, hold on. Let's let him finish his description of the actual game before we get into the
Well,
Q&A.
it's very Mass Effect like.
Okay.
I mean, if you think about Mass Effect, where you're
'Cause that
having a
was
conversation
Oh my
and you get to make a
God.
choice, a decision in the conversation, and that affects your story. That stuff's all been well documented online. In fact, for those of you who
You're
are
turning on
listening,
Allison, by the way.
go to wow, she's actually touching herself.
She's
This is-
physically excited.
Her nipples are hard.
if you sorry, I lost my train of thought.
Yeah, I did too. That was that.
Everyone did. Everyone's like, what?
Go online right now and
And
look up
breathe.
Allison's nipple. I'm sorry. Look up E3 previews of Star Wars: The Old Republic, and you'll see some amazing stuff. There's all kinds of, and you can also go to the Star Wars: The Old Republic SWTOR website, swtor.com. And you can see you can see videos of like the progression of the bounty hunter armor as you go from like level 1 up to super high levels.
Which is
And
awesome.
you can see some of the gameplay of various different characters, and you can see descriptions of all the different characters you're going to be able to play. And you can see, if you go online, you can see some of the previews that they did of conversations and that kind of thing.
Okay, outside of the what you're talking about, the whole like there are no little word bubbles. It's all.
I mean, but
things.
my point is
What-
just that you're going to get an actual story.
What separates this the most from, say, Star Wars Galaxies? What is the thing that makes this an MMORPG that someone who might be even God, I'm going to use the word, sorry fans, tertiary fan of Star Wars might go, this is the MMORPG that I want to play other than World of Warcraft?
It's that you're going to have a great gameplay experience with a story. And I mean, I again, I'm really limited in how much I can talk about it, but
Well, one of the things you were telling me is that, and I've got a lot of friends who have or do work in the game industry, and I'll say, well, what about this one? What about that? Well, yeah, whatever, it'll be all right. They're screwing this up and they're screwing that up. One of the things that caught me, you were saying, I can't wait to play it. That you were really looking forward to.
it is rare. I've worked on a lot of video games. I've worked on Hulk. I've worked on G.I. Joe. I mean, you play these games over and over and over again as you're developing, and that's part of the process. And if you're playing that game over and over again, and you're saying to yourself, I can't wait to play this for real, because when I play at work, what I do doesn't really count. I mean, I can go on and I can create myself a Jedi Knight, and I can go make him, high level with, a slash command right now in development.
Tell us the command.
And,
you don't want that getting out.
well, I'm sure it won't exist in the real game, but it's part of the development process. So I have to go test a higher level area. I'm going to go make myself high level, and I'm going to go do this. And
the
it's
ultimate
not the same
geeky
as
thing
building your
ever.
character and really doing that progression.
Can I come work part-time for your company?
I always actually I talked when I was working on the World of Warcraft book. I was like, it would really help me if you guys would just create me a level 80 shaman that I could go play. Then that would really be. They didn't go for it.
Oh.
Well, every patch they change the shaman anyway, so
Even an
So
on-time
learning totem
bonus.
dancing now or learning totem dancing later, who cares?
That's the geekiest thing that's been said this entire
Wow.
podcast.
Although
Wow.
I do want to say, like, if anything, if I can put a promotion out for BioWare's new Star Wars game, there are not one Sith class, there are two, correct? The Inquisitor and the Warrior.
That's correct.
Oh yeah.
That
Yeah.
right there. You cannot play. You can't just play one
to
Sith
be a
warrior.
Sith.
You can play two different kinds of Sith.
Oh my god, I got
That
chills,
alone-
really.
I bought the game first day.
Yeah.
You don't know it yet, but
I'm
when
in
it comes
line.
out, I'm buying that shit.
You can be a dick, or you can be an
a
ultra
real
dick.
Fuck yeah.
Oh my lord! I am.
All right, so obviously you can go good or bad in this game. It's just like you could in Coda.
Who would
is
go
the
good?
point.
Always go bad.
I can't help it. I always go good. I always
you
go
know
good.
what I discovered though? I discovered playing
Pussy.
World of Warcraft. Like when I first started,
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a confession here. My level 80 paladin, Pantheon High.
Wait, Ret Paladin, Protection
Ret.
Paladin.
Redidin.
Yes. For did you ever hit the top of the damage meters?
Probably not, because I don't play enough to get the best of the best of the best gear, sir.
All right, that's fine. Ret Paladin is an honorable field, and I respect you.
All
for
right,
that.
yeah, I'm about to lose all your respect. When I first started playing, I didn't know that like who played what kinds
Fuck
of
holy.
characters. Like if you're a young kid or if you're someone my age, an adult, right? So he's Alliance. He's a human.
Oh my
and-
god!
you know what?
Right? Like everybody my age is like, how are you not Horde?
Okay,
How are
no.
you not
You
Wait,
Horde?
there's nothing wrong with that. I played a Ret Paladin from 1 to 70, and then at that point they had introduced the dual specs, which I went to the Ret and the Protection.
Pedophile.
There's nothing wrong.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Well, no, I will say this:
hold on,
Alliance is
hold-
pussy. I'm sorry if you're
Fuck
Alliance,
you.
you
Yes.
suck. The Alliance is terrible.
Alliance
Can we-
is better.
Can we hold
Horde is
on?
better.
Can we hold on 1 second for a Mel Gibson moment?
sorry.
Hold on.
No, but
And we're
you
back.
can be good and be Horde. Is my question. You can be a nice player as Horde. Is
I
my
played
point.
you.
Shaman. On
You fucking gold digger! You fucking Horde! Oh no, wait, he didn't say
So,
Horde.
all right, Paul. Before
I'll
we
bury
wrap
you
up,
in a rose garden.
before we wrap up this segment, Paul, is there anything that you are playing or have played recently that you want to talk up that you're excited about?
And then the next
Yes.
hour was spent talking about the awesomeness that is Dragon Age.
Dragon Age.
Oh, really?
God,
Are you
oh,
one of those guys?
Oh,
Yes.
dude.
Okay, here's the thing. I actually have only paid full price for like 3 PlayStation 3 games, right, when they came out. One was the Orange Box, okay, because
Which
Oh,
is
yeah. Well
worth
done.
it. And then
totally
some.
worth it,
Yeah.
and I already knew it was worth it from people who had it on the PC.
Portal alone.
One was Red Dead Redemption, because I just got sick and tired of hearing Jason and Grant and everybody going, oh god, I just came. And
Ordered it.
And the other was that, Dragon Age, and I was like, wow, this is like fucking the Baldur's Gate guys doing an old school Baldur's Gate game, and I started playing, got really into it, and I can't remember what happened. Something went terribly wrong in my life, and I stopped playing it, and it's still sitting here. I'm scared to get back into it, because I can't remember where I left off.
Well, after you were
hate
evangelizing
that.
it, Paul, I was wrapping up Red Dead Redemption for the most part, and I thought, okay, I need to dive back into something, and I had a copy of Dragon Age that Nikado had sent me months ago, and so I put it back in. I couldn't remember where I was at, so I just started over, made a mage, and good God, the story is amazing. It's so much fun.
Well, what was fantastic about it? I mean, I'm not even done, so I shouldn't even say that. It was in past tense, but it took me a little while to get into it, and then there was a story event in the game where I was like, holy shit, I cannot believe that just fucking happened. And then I was just hooked.
Well, it's incredibly linear for the first like 6 hours or so
Well,
of
it's
play.
the origins.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the whole. You can play all of these different origin stories.
Yes.
And each one of those is its own little piece.
It's
and
pretty
then
different.
And each one is very different. And
Very
then you
different.
get to the point where everything kind of converges no matter which
Yeah.
origin you've played. And then you're on a story, but you can branch off. Like after that first chunk that brings everything together, you can make a lot of different choices in terms
There's
of where you go. And
so
Jason and
many
I were talking about
add-ons,
this.
Jesus.
Like Jason, well, even without the add-ons, Jason was like, "Oh, I went and did this." And they all kicked the shit out of me, and I'm like, oh, I went and did this, and I was fine. So you can make different choices of where in the world you're gonna go.
Yeah.
And
And
they,
it's a big difference based on who you've chosen to be your front people for your party.
Yeah.
Based on, because you can walk into a scenario and they just wipe the floor with you.
Yes,
completely.
and I'll give you some
And then-
advice, and I'm going to give Jason some advice right now because we just
Pay
talked
attention.
briefly that we're both playing mages.
Me too, actually. That's my character as well.
So
always
I
always
love
play a
playing the
mage.
mage.
It's always more
Love
fun.
playing the mage.
It's harder at first, but it's always more worthwhile to play a mage in any RPG type situation.
And
in
then
my
we have to
opinion.
talk about who we've got in our party.
Okay.
But there are spell combinations that work really
Oh,
well
yeah.
together, and they talk about it like you can kind of discover it on accident. So like I cast Cone of Cold, and then I cast Stone Fist, and it'll shatter most guys.
Nice.
And it's like instantly there's one dude down, and three other guys frozen.
Yeah, you have to do the talk to girls and not get beat up spells at the same time, and
Yeah.
they're just like unstoppable.
What?
Yeah, and they
Talk
just-
to girls about Dragon Age? Score.
They just
Okay, you realize you are like
Yeah.
the only girl.
Minority.
and they just announced that
Right.
Dragon Age
Best
2 which doesn't look like it's going to have a lot of character creation in it. It looks like it's just going to be one character that you can play.
Really?
Yeah.
That's an odd decision.
Fuck them.
I know. But the graphics are going to be better, which is kind of a sticking point in the original Dragon Age. And
That's one of the
they
only
weren't up to par
problems.
even when they came out.
They were a little.
They weren't bad. They just I just came off playing Red Dead Redemption, and it's night and day.
They were nowhere
really.
near as good as they should have been, all
Right,
things
right.
considered.
Well, I think we're going to wrap up this segment and move on into the next one. We're going to have some talk about.
I just want to ask one question. As someone who works for Blizzard, whatever, with Blizzard, when are we going to get a Lost Vikings MMO?
I thought he was just going to say a lost
I know.
MMO.
Because that's what I want to see. I want to see a Lost Vikings MMO.
I
Never.
wrote the World of Warcraft Shaman graphic novel. It has nothing to do with
Close
Vikings. It has a lot of fucking Tauren in it.
You're the only
And
person
some
in the room
orcs.
that has any
Yes.
connection to Blizzard, so I'm just going to ask. and if Blizzard if anyone out there if anyone out there works for Blizzard, listens to this podcast, Lost Vikings
And
MMO. I thought of
Peter's
it.
off
Here we
the
go.
mic.
This is
We'll
why.
be back in a
Dude,
few
wait,
minutes.
you know what? BioWare Buffy game.
This is why.
BioWare Buffy
Yeah.
game. I'm down.
This is why Peter's usually just doing
I'm
subtitles.
not saying
during
BioWare's
the
doing that,
podcast.
by the way. I'm
This is
saying
why
it
they
would be
kicked me off the
awesome.
mic, because
I'm
I
not-
talk
I'm
too
saying
damn much.
story-driven Buffy game.
I'm in.
All right, welcome back to the League of Extremely Ordinary Gentlemen, another video game episode. We've got some new folks on the mic. To my right, of course, you all know her, and to tolerate her, it is Kristen.
Wait, to tolerate her? What the fuck are you talking about?
Well,
Hi,
Bo,
and
anyway.
Move on.
Fuck you, Jason. Hi, everybody. I'm Kristen.
And to Kristen's right, we have a special guest, Julian, because we know a guy who went to E3. Julian went to E3, and
You know what? We were more special when we didn't know a guy who went to E3.
Julian went to E3 and experienced all sorts of goodies, specifically the Zelda game. Which, yeah,
Sorry, that was me
Jesus
having an
Christ.
orgasm.
makes Kristen all tingly, so we're going to be
My mothers.
talking about that. But first, I thought I'd get into
Hey,
a...
Kristen. Zelda.
Oh,
That's how.
creepy.
That's
Bo
how
is
Bo
going to
got
be
it.
pissed at you.
Take that.
Bo doesn't play
Howard.
video games, so you know what? Sometimes
And you date him
Kristen
why?
needs some special time to herself with her
Fail.
video console.
Those, yeah, it was
Howard Stern. That's what I was going.
So, I want to lead off with a question from Daredevil. Daredevil asked us, I'm going to paraphrase because I couldn't find the exact thing, but he was saying, if there was a Leog video game, what type of video game would it be?
I would say it's like a Street Fighter game where we beat the shit out of each other until the final boss. Like,
probably.
and the power-ups would be alcohol.
I would say it'd be a game like Gauntlet, except it would always go, Jason needs scotch badly.
I concur. I was actually thinking it would be more like an RPG where you would have to pick your party and you could only have 4 at any given time. And it was like, oh, we're going to go up against, here's a Lost trivia type thing. We got to have Grant in the party, you know, that kind of thing. So you got to.
Yeah, it'd totally be like the scene with Ron Weasley doing the wizard chess. It's like,
Yeah,
okay,
right.
okay, redhead kid, here's your one moment to legitimize your role in this film. Done? All right, good. Now you just hang around and make dumb comments.
Aw, he was also there.
Redheads are sexy!
Oh, there's a pun off. I better have Cyrus in the party.
I'm too tired to even respond to that. I got nothing. I don't even have a pun for that. That's how sad that is. Okay.
All right, so I wanted to talk a bit about games that are upcoming and what we were enjoying in the best game so far of 2010. It's Red Dead Redemption. Okay, so moving on.
No, it is Red Dead.
Your mistress.
But that's a
as you call
fact.
it.
I got to say that Nakato bought me Arkham Asylum for my computer.
I love you, Nakato.
And yeah, he's awesome. And the game is awesome. At least I believe so, but it constantly crashes before I even get through the intro.
Well, that's the PC version. See, that's what no one plays games on PCs except for
Arkham-
you and Brian Brushwood.
Okay,
So,
make sure you give yourself another point on that Nerd Rage quiz just now.
That's a good point. No, it's at an hour.
Well,
When you get to are you timing like the time you argue with somebody over Apple versus Mac and you get to 58 seconds and you go like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah, to be fair, I'm pretty sure that was not an hour.
they just announced that they secured a bunch of domains, Arkham City and stuff like that for the sequel,
yeah.
Arkham Asylum 2, and it's basically all the loonies busting out into Gotham City instead of being just in Arkham. And of course, it's 2009, but yeah, Arkham Asylum was fucking incredible.
I thought
That was
game
close
was so
to my game of the year.
successful because it was contained to that one island, and I'm wondering like once they have to go full city,
They make
it
it
just
a,
might get a bit chaotic.
they make it a
I would like
sandbox
to play
game.
This. I haven't played it yet, and I really would like to.
It is excellent.
That's
Yeah.
probably the
is
best
Ivy
game
in there
for
or
a comic
in
book.
two?
Poison Ivy is one of the. She's probably the most difficult villain
Yes.
Yeah, she is.
in the game.
Is it
She's
the best
mine now.
superhero
She's
game?
mine.
Probably.
Pretty close. I really can't think of
I
anything
mean,
off the top of my head.
licensed superhero.
Yeah, they pretty much nailed Batman.
Yeah.
pretty much.
And it's the only Batman game yet that has even vaguely nailed Batman.
Well, I mean, it's my understanding, because I don't play a lot of games, but it's my understanding that every superhero game before it has actually kind of sucked.
Not
there
quite.
were a few standouts, but nothing that comes to the level of Arkham Asylum. And
Once
my,
Spider-Man had its swinging.
Yeah,
ability, that
the
was
Spider-Man
pretty
one
yeah,
and
it was.
Spider-Man
and
1 and
Ultimate Spider-Man
2.
for the PS2 was really nice.
It was all right. It felt like kind of an afterthought after the first two Spider-Mans because they kind of pioneered technology. That
Yeah,
whole
yeah.
climbing all the way to the top of a skyscraper in New York, then diving down, and right before you hit the sidewalk, web swinging out. I mean, come on. At that point, that was the most orgasmic thing ever in
And
video games.
sadly, inexplicably, they have yet to make a good Iron Man game. Iron Man 2 is been rated as one of the worst games of the year.
Really? Because I know the first one got a lot of bad reviews. I know
Yeah.
the second one, it was even worse.
Well,
Second
those-
one is bad as well.
Those movie tie-ins, the problem is they're on such a rush schedule. And the
Right.
thing that was great about Arkham Asylum is that they had no movie to tie into, so they had all the time in the world
Right.
to make that game. And they actually delayed it a few months just to put polish on it. It shows.
Well, there's a notorious Batman game for Batman Begins that was well into development, and it was a sandbox game. So it was like Grand Theft Auto, but you're Batman.
Wait, did it come out? Because I'm ready to go buy it right now.
No.
I'll pull out my smartphone.
No,
I
they-
pull up my Android and I'll buy it right now.
There are tech demos available, I think, on YouTube, but it got canceled.
Jason, can I go through a brief list of some things that people have sent me as messages thinking that they were the best game of the year so far?
Oh, yeah, please do.
One of the things that shocked me to no end is that Bayonetta, that I played the demo, I was like, this is fun, but this is a sex game.
Yeah, I just seen the pictures on I don't know, Pandora, where it's like, I'm a sexy nerd librarian and I'm shooting guns.
Yeah, no, it's Tina Fey with huge tits, whose
gay for
costume
Faye.
is made out of her
Gay
own
for Faye!
of her own
I'm sorry.
hair.
I'm sorry. How is that not the best game of the year already? just from I didn't even let you finish,
Well,
and that's already the best
it's
game of the
Devil
year.
May Cry, essentially, with the huge titted librarian chick.
Yeah,
and,
I'm like, what is this game? What is this game about? All I see is the librarian.
you can play through that entire game. Well, I did, and I still don't know what it was about.
Yeah.
The storytelling in that game is
Absolute
ridiculous.
nonsense. You think God of War makes no sense? Come on, this is like.
Yeah, I mean, there's something about she's cast magic spells with her hair, and there's like a twin or
Well,
something.
I love the whole. There's something about like the more power she's used up, the less outfit she has, or something.
Yeah, but they never.
I gotta buy this. What's the name of it again?
because her costume is her hair as well, so like she's using up her power, so her costume's disappearing or something. I don't know.
Oh, the Japanese.
I know.
It's very,
They're
very
so
Japanese.
But I played the demo and I was like, I gotta admit, the gameplay on this, it's nothing new. It was pretty fucking fun.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, and I really did enjoy it. Game of the year, it's not even going to be in the running. It was a really well done game, and when they do a sequel, I'll play it. But with the stuff that's come out this year, it just can't hold a candle to
Well,
some
like
of the
the
stuff.
So far, your list is just wrong.
So I've gotten through one, and Grant has judged.
Yeah, that's
my
enough of
entire
that.
list.
Back to
You haven't
Jason.
judged
What about the
Fine.
Lost game? No, Mass Effect 2
You
seems
told
to
me
be
That's
one
my
of the
game of the year
ones.
right there so far.
Really?
Mass
So
Effect 2.
Yeah, just
Mass Effect 2 would be your game of the year.
the stuff that BioWare does for me is just incredible with the world building that they do. And Mass Effect 1 actually changed the way I look at video games. I was actually planning on getting out of the whole gaming thing after this generation, but the storytelling in Mass Effect just kind of completely made me gung-ho about what they can do now with story. And seeing Mass Effect 2, where you have your decisions carry over from Mass Effect 1 in a meaningful way, just blew my mind. And the upgrades to the graphics and just the emotional ties to the characters, just beautiful. And I cannot wait for part 3. I mean, it was one of those things where I beat the game and I said, I need part 3 yesterday. Like, really. So,
Yeah, Mass Effect was really good, and I haven't played Mass Effect 2, but everyone's saying that it's actually groundbreaking.
I'm
It
having
is.
a hard
It really
time
is.
believing that you were about to quit video games for all seriousness, because we were talking in the kitchen earlier, and I don't get as much time to play video games as I'd liked, but I love them. And man, you out-geek me a 10 billion to 1, and passionately,
I'm-
deep passion, and your eyes light a fire when talking about them. There's no
You
fucking
can see
way.
reflections of
Well-
up, down, left, right, AB combos in his eyes.
No doubt.
Flex, start, go.
There's no way you were really about to quit playing.
I really was. I think before like the 360 and the PS3 came out, the games were just getting to a point where it was kind of just like, let's have as much tits and ass as we can and just as much gore as we can. And I was like, well, the next generation is going to look prettier, but they're not going to be able to do anything really new. But now we're getting to a point with game development where people can tell stories and try to get that emotional pull. Like, I didn't read Ayn Rand until I played BioShock, and the whole reason that I started reading her is because that philosophy was put into the game.
Yeah, objectivism.
I'm starting to read some more history and stuff like that because they're working that into the game. Stuff like Heavy Rain this year.
Which was the next thing I was going to bring
Okay,
up.
well,
was Heavy
and,
Rain.
and we can move on to that. I mean the
Rain.
the obligatory. As flawed as it is, just the fact that there's a game that isn't all about shooting and killing and getting more experience points and is just trying to tell a story.
Oh no,
and-
Julian, sounds kind of gay.
Well, I mean that's really what I'm passionate about games now, is just being able to input some of your own feelings and thoughts into a story and get an output from it. When you're playing games with moral decisions and stuff, I was telling Cyrus before the show, like, I can't be the bad guy. I'm too goody two shoes, and seeing that come through.
Oh no, Julian, that sounds kind of gay.
Well,
We can keep going
guilty.
back to that. No, come on now. We already established, Julian and I both like Moulin Rouge. Get over it. Jesus.
Heavy Rain, I played a little bit of it, and it's really different.
It
it's
is.
unlike any game you've ever played.
There's other than, I'd say, arguably the Xbox release this year, Alan Wake, which is the other game that it feels like is in that same category of like, let's create an experience of a story experience more so than even gameplay in and of itself.
Yeah, Alan Wake, I've just kind of dabbled in. I finally took it off the shelf the other day and kind of played it for about half an hour or so. So I'm not too versed in it, but it does seem that they are trying to go for more of a story-driven game, but still you've got the whole antagonist that you're taking down with guns and fighting and stuff like that.
Twin
Yeah.
Peaks, the game, crossed with like an action Resident Evil in a way.
Is there a
Little
midget
bit,
in
yeah.
it? Is
Yeah,
there, is
well-
there a midget with this table?
I don't know if there is,
Micah.
but it's the first. Yeah, it's the first
Hilarious
chapter in a series apparently, and apparently the way it ends is like totally like the end of a TV show, and they even do like a show coming soon on Alan Wake type
I
of
think
thing.
that's
And
really
it's
cool
like,
as far
okay.
as
Quinn Martin production.
I think that's really cool as far as someone who is very into storytelling. The fact that games are starting to pick up on this is a brilliant storytelling medium, and we should exploit that to the X degree.
Absolutely.
And yeah, if like you're leaving cliffhangers in games, it means you are catching on. And the fact that like people, there's an argument right now as to whether video games are art or not. I'm like, yes, they are. They are a new storytelling medium, and if you're not caught on to that yet, you're old. Get out of the way, because this is a brilliant storytelling medium, and we have not used it to its full amount yet, and
Well,
we should.
If they're going to serialize Alan Wake, nobody's going to care by the time the second one comes out, because Alan Wake was announced in production when the Xbox 360 first came out.
That's the
True.
thing, too. That's a problem with video games. It takes too long to make them. I can make a comic book quicker than they can make a video game.
But to be fair, once they put out
snap.
the actual game, the difficulty was in building the engine,
Yes.
not the content in and of itself.
That's the thing, too.
The
Once you
engine
have
is
an engine
built.
built,
The next
you're
two
good.
games will be probably
Done.
followed up over the next
Yeah,
2
done.
years. Like bang, bang. There's the next 2 games. Alan Wake is done.
We'll
I mean,
see.
you could actually, I mean, as comic books go, you would get 36 issues of a comic out before a next game, because it takes about 3 years to develop
You know
a
what
game.
though? You know what though? I've been looking at a lot of monthlies lately, and monthlies are getting fucking sloppy. They are leaving.
are. You're
they're
right.
leaving their sketches in. They're leaving like, I remember like, I don't know what comic it was, but the background actually said like sky with stars
Oh, Jesus.
in the background, and they layered the skies with stars in there, but they forgot to erase that note, and I was just ashamed of my medium. I'm like, guys. You cannot send this half-assed sketch work to the editor. You have got to finish this out. I'm like, I am so meticulous before I send out my final graphic
And
novel. So.
you know what? Sheer amount of just plain entertainment and time spent enjoying a product content. There's a lot more in a decent video game. I mean,
it's true.
I probably spent, 80, 90 hours playing Red Dead Redemption and didn't regret a single one of them. Just going, wow, this is one of the most fun games I've played in as long as I can
finish it.
remember.
Finish
And
it
I
before you
wouldn't
put it
spend a fifth of that time reading a whole year worth of comics, not a tenth of that time, you know?
I don't find that the draw so much for me is the storytelling so much as, I gravitate more toward puzzle type games, and I love physics engines being introduced into games and like the mathematics being weighed into like games like World of Goo. I just loved how there's this additional element of weight and gravity thrown into how I have to consider my moves playing games like even like Angry Birds on iPhone. I just love those games
Again,
now.
a Nathan Fillion Twitter classic. He's
Yeah?
always he's twittering. How do I get past this level of Angry Birds?
Well, I hated that guy before, but now he's all right.
He is sexy.
Well, the obvious next choice people are going to say, and I can already hear some of our fans yelling about it, is like, come on, you better talk about God of War 3.
So we're
You
talking
better
about it now,
talk
so don't
about
troll
God of
our
War
site.
3. And I haven't actually played it.
Oh, well,
Demo.
I played the demo, and the demo is great. The demo is exactly what I expected, having played God of War 1 and 2 and loved those 2 games. Does it go past that? I don't know if it does or not. Is it that much better? I mean, the first 2 blew me out of my seat.
Likewise.
The third one is a definite graphical improvement, but as far as in concept, did it improve on it greatly over the first 2? Not in the demo, as far as I could see.
Well, yeah, that's one on my pile of shame so far this year. And in my defense, it's because they released the God of War collection for PS3, and I was like, okay, I'm replaying these, and I went through God of War 1 and just haven't gotten to God of War 2. So I have not actually played more of God of War 3 than the demo. But I finished the original PSP game on the plane back from E3, and they did have a sequel to the PSP game there at the show. And the formula is getting a little old now. You know what to expect when you get into a God of War game. And as beautiful as they are and just as epic as they are, you know, when they get to God of War 4 or whatever they want to do, it's time for a tonal shift or a new character or something to keep it fresh, because it is just starting to feel like the same thing every time. And it's great, don't get me wrong, but...
Yeah, God of War 3, it was more of the same, but it was so much more of the same.
Yeah,
it was,
that's still great.
Yeah, it was to the point where it was good. It was, I mean, really the God of War games are all about excess and huge scope and everything, and they really just amped it up in God of War 3, and it's some of the sequences in that are just mind-blowing and how epic they are.
Yeah.
And it really makes you feel powerful and overwhelmed at the same time.
Yeah, and some of my favorite video game moments from the last few years have been some of the set pieces in the first 2 God of War games are just so epic, and some of those boss fights just...
When I think it was
amazing.
2, right, where you start climbing on the outside of the giant statue and you're climbing inside and outside of the statue, attacking like the Roman city the whole time. It was like that's
was
one
2.
of the most amazing video game sequences in history.
Yeah, and the fact that they keep teasing you with fighting it, and then you get knocked away, and so by the time you finally get to go be like one-on-one with it, you're like, I want to freaking kill this thing. Like it's antagonized me this whole level. That's just wonderful. You can't really compare with some of those set pieces to other games right now.
No, Murphy, I've been stepping all over you as far as
don't
like
care.
going through the things, but I put this whole list together of stuff that you had written down and stuff that I found. I mean, what do you want?
Sam Max came there.
Yeah, Kristen is now a fan of Sam and Max.
Because Jason was a sweetheart and bought me the Sam Max game.
Oh, that's right.
for
You
my
were the one who
birthday.
did that. I forgot about that.
And, I fucking love the shit out of it. And Zeke Slider is crazy about Sam Max. And he's been like, oh my god, Sam Max, you love Sam Max. And we totally connected on that. I love these guys. And Zeke Slider, sweetheart that he is, sent me a graphic novel. And I got to read this whole Steve Purcell's, all his comics from Sam and Max. I love these characters. They are great. And so to know that they're putting out, another game, Devil's Playhouse, like if you guys will put that on the Wii, I'll buy it.
I'm sure they will.
Yeah, I'm sure they will. It's as of this time, I haven't been able to play it yet because it's not on a platform I can play.
You can come over here and play it. I've got it.
Okay, so I'm gonna come over to Cyrus's house and play it. I enjoyed the shit out of Sam and Max. They are so great. It's like this adult humor, but done very subtly, so that it's not very blatant. And I love them. I love the characters and I love the gameplay. And it was back. The whole reason Jason even bought it for me is because it was back in that LucasArts Maniac Mansion.
Full
Game-
Throttle, Grim Fandango.
Yeah,
era.
which, if you don't know, I fucking love the shit out of Maniac Mansion, one of my all-time favorite games, and Sam and Max was right in that same kind of sense of humor, and that's what I loved about it. So, Sam and Max Devil's Playhouse, I'd love to play it. Just sit me in front of a system I can play in, and I
Let's
will play
face it. Like look, ElfQuest, formative geekdom for you.
Oh, God, yes.
Cute and fuzzy things with lots of gore, totally your
Cute and
deal.
fuzzy, and that's what I love about Max. He's so cute, but the things that come out of his mouth are just like, oh, you just said that.
Yeah,
You
when
want to
it's
fuck
like
up.
when you look at it from the outside, it looks like, oh, this is this kid's thing, but then you actually
it's
hear
not.
what's going on, and
No.
it's like, oh wow, this is totally not for
Yeah.
kids at all.
Well,
and this was downloadable stuff for the PlayStation, and
if
it's just the PlayStation,
yeah,
and then
well, even-
Steam, which is I guess
Yeah.
Mac related.
No. It's Valve. It's the people who did Half-Life and all that. They set up their own client where you can just download games
For
Excellent.
either PC or
Excellent.
Mac.
for PC, and they recently launched it for Mac.
Okay, I knew
And
they had
had
it for
some
Mac. I didn't
ridiculous
know.
sales here and there,
Yeah.
where you can get like crazy bundles of games for pennies on the dollar.
Okay.
Literally.
Well,
yeah.
this is one of these. It's kind of Tales of Monkey Island-ish, except maybe a little more interactive.
Well, that's what I was going to bring up. Is Snoopy asked about The Secret of Monkey Island, which Monkey Island 2 just came out for the Xbox, the revamped version of the classic, awesome LucasArts game. But Snoopy says, Dear Leog, I recently have bought the special edition of Secret of Monkey Island and was pleasantly surprised at the touch-up of the graphics. My question is, what classic game would you like to see given the spa treatment?
I do feel like Monkey Island's another Nathan Fillion Twitter type thing. He's been on about the Monkey Island.
Zork.
Full Throttle.
Full Throttle. Hell yeah.
Battletoads.
Battletoads. That would
Okay,
be a
as
good
long
one.
as they fucking make that fucking level that you can't get past easier. You know
Which
the one?
one?
You're
Not
on
the snakes one, right?
No, you're on the little motorbike and you have to skip
Oh,
certain.
level 4, yeah.
Fuck that shit! I never
That
go past
way
that
it goes
level.
so fucking fast.
It's fucking impossible.
You just have to hit the warp instead of
Wait,
instead
is
of
there
finishing
warp?
it all the way.
Is there a warp?
Wait,
Yeah.
what in the
Why?
fuck are y'all even talking
Battletoads.
about?
Battletoads.
Really?
One of the best
really?
games.
Battletoads is a great game.
You can
until
turn
you...
into a bell when you're on the spider web.
Grant,
going
what did
down.
you play it in the womb? Come on.
I loved Battletoads.
I'm that
but
age.
Once I fucking
Fucking
hit
Nintendo.
that fucking level 4, I was like, fuck this game. I can't beat it. Fuck you. I can't beat this level. Fuck
You know,
you,
can we say
Battletoads.
that
I had a Game Genie and I was just coding that
Oh
whole
my
thing.
god, you had a Game Genie. I'm okay.
Well,
Can we just say Custer's Revenge is the obvious choice?
Oh yes, of
All
course,
right.
Custer's Revenge. Yes, there need to be more video games where you are raping the indigenous people of a particular region. That's
funny.
the goal as
It's
well.
the new Mel Gibson generation of video games.
It's the new troll.
I
And
hope
you-
you get
if you-
raped by a Southern general.
If you, in the end, you bury her in the rose garden.
It's only rape at first.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna agree with Leon. He said Full Throttle, and that's right up my alley. But I'm gonna say Grim Fandango, because that's
You always say Grim
I
Fandango.
know, I do.
It's like your
That's-
default answer for almost every question.
Yeah, pretty much. What do you
That
want to do
or
tonight?
What are you
Lucio
eating
Fulci.
for dinner? Grim Fandango.
Fandango.
You guys seen that they are making the new GoldenEye?
video game?
I
Yes.
did see that.
Hey,
But
Julian,
they're replacing.
E3, right?
They're replacing Pierce Brosnan with
Daniel Craig.
I think that's a
Yeah.
great move.
Yeah,
personally.
That's fine.
I don't think
I
it
don't
matters one way or the other.
You don't really see Bond for most of that game anyway.
My
so
question,
it's just
though,
really
is-
just a hand with a gun.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Well, my question though, and as I was confused, like they said, we're rebooting GoldenEye, and so when you say we're rebooting GoldenEye, I get the impression you're taking the GoldenEye game and you are putting it onto the Wii or the PlayStation or whatever with updated graphics, but it's still the same thing.
That's what it looked like. It didn't look any different.
That's the thing. Like, what is this game? Is it a brand new thing?
I
with-
think and
with-
people can play each other online now is one of the biggest differences.
Yeah,
and the graphics are
they're
much better.
cleaning up the graphics. It's essentially the same game,
It's the
but
same
they're cleaning it up. Everything's a little neater. Everything's a little tighter. Everything's a little
That,
shinier.
to me, is amazing because I cannot tell you, I could have spent the last 2 years of my college really focusing on my art and really being good. But instead, I played fucking GoldenEye, and that's what I did.
Me too.
So to say they're releasing a new GoldenEye, I'm like, where are we going? Tell me where I need to buy that because GoldenEye is my god. Which, by the way, Jason kicks my ass at GoldenEye, but
Yeah,
get
we
me on
proved
Rogue
that.
Agent.
We are gonna have another video game.
Rogue
post-
Agent on the Xbox.
We are gonna have another video
ass.
game party over here eventually.
kick his
Can we
ass.
have like a video
Xbox.
game competition
Yes.
where we actually make brackets and shit?
Not last was it was it
Absolutely.
July 4th, right?
Yes.
It was
Not
last
last
July
July 4th.
Yes, last
I know
July.
Allison
No, not
won't
the last
like
one, but the
this
one before.
competition
The one
and all,
before.
but-
We had a video game party
I kicked
here.
his ass at Rogue Agent. Just be it known.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you did.
congratulations. You are good at the game that no one likes.
It's a fun
Hey, you know what?
game.
You guys can play Perfect Dark next.
I loved Perfect Dark. They had the alien gun.
Of course you do.
They fucking had the alien gun where I could shoot someone from like 200 yards in the level. I'm like,
In
I
your
got
face,
the alien
Jason.
gun.
I beat you at Adventures of Lolo.
You know, I'll let you-
I beat that game.
you know what? If it's somebody game nobody likes, she'll kick your ass in it.
I will kick your ass at 8 Eyes.
Wow, 8 Eyes was awesome.
You get to play the Hawk.
Yeah, 8 Eyes
Again,
was great.
I'm a falconry nerd.
So
I
what
want
other
fucking
big
Falcon.
games are coming out this year then?
Oh my god, I
Well,
want to
let's-
talk about my fucking game.
Let's go ahead and talk about it. The big one that Kristen, of course, is all excited about.
Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, released in 2011. If you don't know this about Kristen, then fucking tune out of the podcast because I am the biggest Zelda
Why
nerd.
are you even here?
Why are you even here? I'm the biggest Zelda nerd you will meet. My cat is named Midna from Twilight Princess. I fucking love Zelda. And if you don't like the Wii, and if you don't like Zelda, tune out now, Carl, because this isn't your show. Go away.
You are a
Do you know
prepubescent-
Zelda's full name?
If you are a prepubescent
Zelda.
blonde boy with spiky hair, Kristen will fuck you.
Fuck you. I would
my
make
God.
sweet love to Link all night long. I love Zelda. I'm a huge fantasy nerd, and we've got this gorgeous guy in a green tunic and elf ears. What more do you want? He
Gorgeous
swings a sword.
asexual guy.
I would do him left and right.
I think he'd figure out how to be sexual real quick if Kristen was pixelized and
look.
put in the game.
He'd show her his master
Kristen.
sword.
When I pull out my Tron laser from the back closet of props here and digitize her,
So what's
I
this
love
game
you,
like?
Link.
What's it
Okay,
about?
so Skyward Sword, I did a little bit of my research. Skyward Sword, as I understand, is going to launch the Wii Motion Plus, which will be the new Wiimote. And the original
What is the
Wiimote.
Wii? Oh, yeah.
Okay, as the original Wiimote, if you've played Twilight Princess, you can pretty much jostle it any way you like, and Link will swing a sword.
Yes.
The Wii Motion Plus is going to actually mimic all of your moves.
Son of a bitch.
So if you swing from left to right, Link is going to swing left to right. If you swing vertical, he's going to swing vertical. All of the
if you scratch your
creatures-
balls, he will
is gonna
scratch
scratch?
those balls.
He will
He will
scratch
scratch
my balls. He will scratch the smooth area between his legs where testicles should be.
precisely
With his sword.
With his
It'll
sword.
be bloody and horrible.
with his sword. But all of the enemies are designed to interact with this new gameplay. So the little Audrey 2 chomping plants they have, their mouths are going to be facing differently. So if you come upon a little Audrey 2,
Feed me, Kristen.
if his little mouth is biting vertical, you need a vertical slash to beat him. If his mouth is facing horizontal, you need a horizontal slash. And that's what they said, like, they were really bumping up of this new motion Wii sensor. And so all of the big bosses, you're going to have to take a good fucking look at them and understand how their little, bits and parts work to hit them with the new sword.
Well, I have a question then. Julian, you actually played this, right?
Julian,
yes, I did.
Yes, Julian is awesome. He waited for an hour.
It was a good hour and a half.
An hour?
It was one of the longest lines that I had to sit or stand through at E3.
Just to play E3, and bless his soul, he brought me back a Zelda shirt.
Oh,
Thank
wow.
you, Julian.
That's
You're
really
welcome.
sweet.
He's even wearing his E3 shirt today.
Oh, yes, I am.
Yes.
So did you have to really use a lot of arm motion then with this, or can you just still kind of lazily sit on the couch and just wiggle your wrist a little bit?
You don't have to go with really large motions. The Wii Motion Plus is such that it's got very good parity with your motions and what's on the screen. You kind of start to get into it though, and I mean even as I'm describing it, like I'm kind of moving my hands around because just the way the game is designed, the way the enemies are designed, as far as using the strategy to attack an enemy's weak point when they're blocking the other side, having that all in there works really, really well.
I'm very excited about this for Harry Potter then.
Well, see, that's the
I
thing.
want to win Guardium Leviosa with that properly.
That's the thing is that the Harry Potter games on the Wii you'd think were a no-brainer, but they were so damn boring. And hopefully this will be the two things that really should take care of, or that really should cater to the Wii's controls are Harry Potter games and Star Wars games.
Yes.
And they haven't really nailed it.
And
with
Indiana
well,
Jones.
everything I've seen about Skyward Sword is the whole game is based around this new play control. And what I read about it,
So it damn well better work.
yeah. I'm a huge Zelda nerd, and there's certain things that I believe need to stay in every fucking Zelda game. There
Hold
better
up,
be.
do you like Zelda?
Do I?
Has this come up before?
Oh
I
my
don't know.
god. There's always got to be certain Zelda games that stay, and they've kept the bombs, they've kept the boomerang.
There need to be squids, though, in them.
I love his grapple hook because it reminds me of Bionic Commando. It's my favorite part of it.
I love that. But in this one, they've got this beetle, and the beetle works like the hawk in Twilight Princess, where you have this beetle, and you can send it out to pick up items for you. And also, the bombs in this game are going to be upgraded. They took a lot of stuff from Wii Sports. And so the bombs, you can kind of bowl, like a bowling game. And so you can throw a bomb, and it's going to, roll against the ground and
That sounds
explode.
great.
I think that sounds great.
What game does the graphics relate to?
Actually, they decided with this game that they weren't going to go fully realistic. With Twilight Princess, they were trying to, push more on the
I
realistic.
love the graphics from Twilight
I
Princess.
love it. This one, and the artist in me has a little excitement about this. They decided they wanted to go more impressionist style, so they've actually mimicked Paul Cézanne, who is actually one of my favorite artists because my grandmother's last name was Cézanne, and we think we might be related to him. Early impressionist style.
Family Tree Maker.
Yes, possibly. But yeah, they decide let's quit trying to make this real. We're gonna make this more artistic. Link himself and the shield and the sword are very close to Twilight Princess, but the background is gonna be more impressionistic, and I think that's really fun that they're not trying to push on it looking ultra realistic. I'm like, this is a fucking cartoon. It's fantasy world. I don't want it to look like the real world. I want it to look like fantasy.
So, Julian, what were your impressions?
Yeah.
Well, this is probably where I get kicked out of the podcast, but I am not a big Zelda fan. I loved him at the beginning. Then I got conquered by the Water Temple on Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, that kicked your ass.
It totally kicked my ass. And I found out that I'm not the only one.
Yeah,
on
they kicked my ass too.
They're remaking the game for the 3DS, and Miyamoto actually said, I want to apologize for the Water Temple, and I'm going to make it easier to navigate. It is.
And I think in any Zelda game, the Water Temple was first introduced in Link to the Past on Super Nintendo. It was a bitch in Ocarina. In Twilight Princess, they made it better. But the Water Temple is basically how you can judge the game. If you can't get fucking past the Water Temple, screw that game. So, the Water Temple is always the hardest level. You can get past the Water Temple,
you're good to go.
You're good to go.
Look, I know we're running out of time here, and I want to get a couple questions into you, Julian, from what you saw on E3.
Oh,
I
okay.
want to hear
Before we finish.
his Zelda. Let him talk about Zelda.
I can keep going. Well, what I was going to say is that I'm not a huge Zelda fan. I'm not really big on motion controls. But dude, like Skyward Sword totally makes me excited to play a Zelda game with motion controls.
Really?
The way it worked just felt so good. And the area that you were in, it's not actually going to be in the final game. It was just a little area to try out the new gadgets.
Okay.
And everything works how you think it should work in real life. Like if you have your bow and arrow out, you actually do the bow and arrow motion. If you have your slingshot out, you do like a slingshot motion.
Oh, that's cool.
The combat is just very fun. The new look to it is really nice. They actually the game would probably be out this year if it wasn't for the fact that they kind of went back to the drawing board, like to redo the entire graphical look of the game. I think they were going more realistic originally, and then they kind of try to spice it up a little bit.
I'm okay with that. I will
I'm
wait
fine with
till
that
the
as
end
well.
of time for any Zelda game because I love Zelda.
Yeah, and it just looks really nice, and I am looking forward to it. What I've said since motion controls came out is I don't want to have to wiggle my hand to do something that I could do just by pressing a button.
Right.
But Skyward Sword is something that I can't do by just pressing a button because I can't slash diagonally across an enemy by pressing a button. Like you could probably do that by holding down a combination of buttons, but that's going to get really annoying, especially with a Wii
It's
controller.
entirely this reason why the Fleshlight makes so much money. All right, look, I'm going to change. I'm sorry, Kristen, but I know we're kind of need to. There's a lot of time on Zelda, and we got
It can't be Zelda all
I have
the
a couple
time.
questions I want to ask you about like stuff you saw at E3. First
Absolutely.
off, and this is one of these things that a lot of people are talking about is the Kinect for the Xbox.
Yes.
And I don't know where the first public exposition was of that, but I'm sure they had to have it at E3 showing
did.
off stuff. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. The Kinect, for people who don't know, is the Microsoft's version of their motion control, but this is controllerless. It actually does full body capture.
Whoa.
So it's like a special camera that you sit near your television. And what's amazing about the Kinect that I was very impressed with, there's no syncing or calibration that you have to do. I walked in front of the screen and it picked me up right away, and I just started playing. And then you would go in groups of four.
What were you playing, incidentally?
Well, I actually got to play pretty much everything that Microsoft had to offer. This was the longest thing that I've ever waited in line for in my life. I was probably there for 2.5 hours.
Holy hell.
I actually got in with a group of French media, so like 3 French people from Xbox Live and then me. And, so it's 2 players, and we would go up and play different games. Like one of the ones that's shown a lot is Joyride, which is a kart racing type game where you control it by holding your hands out like you would a steering wheel, and you steer by steering like you would with a wheel. If you want to do a boost, you thrust your fists forward and you do a little turbo thing. If you want to do stunts, you actually gyrate your body back and forth and you start like flipping around in the air. It's one of those
gonna
things
be
where
comedy gold.
Oh, definitely. I mean, no one is going to look cool playing this thing. But when I got out of it, I really felt like this could be like. It's not going to be the next Wii Sports because you're just not going to get the market penetration with something this late in the game. But for the people who do pick it up for their family, it's a great just group bonding thing. It's a great family thing. It's a great party game. The Kinect adventures that they had with like the river rafting, where you actually have to, you're 2 players and you're in the same raft and you have to avoid obstacles by moving in unison. Jumping at the same time, moving left to right at the same time, holding out your hands to collect the tokens to get your high score. All of that was just a lot of fun. And for the girls, well, I kind of felt the same way, but Kinectimals is this little like pet sim where you have these baby jungle cats that you're interacting with. It's the cutest freaking thing ever.
Fuck that shit. Do I get to chainsaw it?
No, you don't get to chainsaw. You don't want to
Fuck this
chainsaw
girl
little
shit.
baby Bengal
Oh,
tiger.
I hate.
You can,
for the girls. It's for the girls.
No,
Pretty
no. I want
Pretty
it too.
Princess Sparkle time. No.
Every female that I've shown that game to has just gone, I need that. I want that now.
What about Milo?
It was not there. And
Really?
made me
That was
very
like
sad.
their big launch thing.
I know. I saw a lot of people that I really respect in the industry. I was at E3, and one of the 2 moments when I was completely starstruck was when I saw Peter Molyneux at the Fable 3 booth. He was literally 3 feet away from me, and I had a deer in the headlights thing. I was about to play Fable 3. I was like, holy crap, it's Peter Molyneux. And I was about to get onto the kiosk, and they were going to do an interview for G4 or something. And she said, well, we need this kiosk. We were going to do an interview right here. It's like, I'm just happy to be 3 feet away from Peter Molyneux, and she's like, "That's cool, isn't it?" I was like, "That's very cool." But no Milo there, unfortunately. Apparently, it's still a thing. But that was really the thing when they showed back then Project Natal. That was the thing that got me thinking, this could be really cool, and I want to see more from this.
I can't wait to play Milo because there is an achievement you can unlock if you convince Milo to kill himself.
Yeah, Bo was talking to us before the show. He's like, "What's the point of this? Can I beat the kid?"
Yeah.
No, you
I
have
can't
to
beat him?
No,
What-
the
what's-
secret
what?
is you have to talk him into being a suicide bomber. That's
Right.
the
Well,
way it
and the
works.
stuff that Molyneux had been saying about the game, like apparently it recognizes your face, and he was saying that they would have it running in the office, and he'd be walking by, and like one day Milo would say, "Hello, Peter. You're looking quite tired today," because apparently he'd have like a really rough week or something. And like it's like, "Oh,
recognize
hello."
It's like,
facial
fuck you,
expression.
Milo.
Yes.
Fuck you, you critical little prick.
Well, it's pretty astonishing considering. I mean, like we've come a long way since the PlayStation 2's iToy controller,
Yes.
which could capture what you were doing, but only in like a very half-assed sort
This
of
is
extent.
terrifying. I want A, B, jump, shoot. What else do you need in video games? Jump, shoot, end of it.
I don't
Scary.
agree.
Well, and you know-
I think the higher tech the better. I'm all for it.
But
I want our computer overlords to take over, kill all the weak ones, and put me in charge. So
The
as
overlords
their
are the
mouthpiece.
squids.
So
Done. Squids will take over the
you
world.
realize they're going to be AI CG squids, not real squids, right?
They will be tentacles
No, they're gonna
hugging
be
me. and
Horrible
caressing me.
Matrix squids.
I've seen Japanese cartoons and the tentacles don't
Yeah, I was
hug,
gonna say
they do
just
other
like
things.
that. She's got a huge Japanese fan base. All right, moving
I
on.
love you, Nakata.
Did they say anything about Diablo 3?
Unfortunately not. That was actually one thing that I was kind of surprised at. I went to, just a little background, I went to E3 back in 2002 to 2004 when I was a manager at GameFellas. And this is my first one in 6 years. And it used to be that everything was very much hands-on. You would wait in line for a kiosk and go play it. This year, it was very much a media-only type thing, as it should be, but everything was kind of removed from the show floor, or you would wait in line to go into a theater to see a developer demo of things. So what was really shocking to me was what wasn't at E3. Just big games that I thought for sure would be there in some form or fashion and weren't. And unfortunately, Activision Blizzard has kind of just removed themselves from E3 pretty much wholesale.
Yeah.
They're there for media only, and they have their meeting rooms, so no Call of Duty, no Diablo,
Why
no
is that?
A lot
Warcraft
of-
Cataclysm.
A lot
Why-
of developers and publishers have pulled out of E3.
Why is that?
Well, it got to a point, and I was there for the biggest years, where E3 got really, really bloated with all of the booth babes and swag and fanboys getting in because they have a blog and things like that. And E3 is very much an industry show. It's there for people to do business. It's there for the media to cover these games. It's there for the bigwigs at GameStop to see what they're going to be ordering for the next year and a half. And so they actually got to a point in 2007, I think, where they completely got out of the convention center. It was a very low-key thing. It was just really anemic. And they finally gone back to the older style of the show, but just being there before and after, it's a very different show. It's much smaller. 2 of the halls are now gone. A lot less people
Really?
there. Yeah.
That's a good thing, I can't help but think, on some level, though, because it was getting, much like Comic-Con is now,
Yeah,
just
Comic Con
way
is out of control. Like, it's
Yeah.
inaccessible to anybody. I'm like,
It's just silly at this point.
well, so it's people have told me, oh, you should have been at Comic Con like 10 years ago. I'm like, well, I wasn't there 10 years
So
ago.
what are you going to do about what it's gone wrong
Yeah.
with it now?
I'm like, I can't even go anymore. I can't go. And
Yeah.
yeah, I'm like, to hear E3, I'm like, I want that to be accessible. I want to be able to go. And if it becomes a clusterfuck like Comic Con has, what's the point? I won't go.
Well, and now there's like when I went to my first E3, I said everybody has to be able to go to this once. But now that I'm older, I realize, well, this is not that show. This is the show for the industry. But now you have things like Penny Arcade Expo, and Comic-Con is getting more games focused. So there's places for the fans to go to kind of get that first look at games now. So I really feel, even when I was there, like there were a lot of people that were, it was obvious, like, you're just here to get swag and, you know, try to hit on booth babes and just kind of generally geek out, which is fine, just not here. I could almost see if they would be even stricter with the registration. I'll be the first to admit that I kind of finagled my way in this year. Like my reason for being there was tenuous at best, but I at least have a respect for the industry. And if I was wearing a suit when I was there.
You're a booth babe?
I was a booth babe.
Of all the places you were going to go, as a geek, hit on a hot chick, E3 is probably the worst place you could possibly do
totally,
it. I
totally.
mean, really, do you really think any of them go into it thinking, man, I'm
gonna
find
meet
a
some
hot
nice
geek."
boys.
I mean, if they hook up with a geek at all, it's going to be
No.
one of those guys behind the scene who own a video game company.
And it'll be because they have Coke.
Now, what happened to the Consumer Electronics Show that overlapped with the porno convention?
What are you, 80? Oh, wait, you are. Sorry.
Well, that's
Okay.
actually how E3 got started. Is that the CES had the games to it, but the video game portion of it got so large that the industry was like, well, we can have our own show now. We don't need to be here. So in '95, they kind of went and did its own thing, and it's been going ever since.
Okay.
So CES is now much more about just the tech stuff and.
I have one last question for you personally. I don't know if you have something else, Jason, but Rock Band 3, which I'm wildly excited about.
Oh, we're
at this
crazy
point.
about Rock
So you-
Band over here. Leon.
Way insane
You have to
crazy
buy
about
all
it.
those songs over again?
No.
No,
The idea is actual guitars in the new one.
Oh,
They
yeah, I
are
heard
real
about that.
There are
guitars.
some, there's
that
two
are
new
playable.
versions that are
You could hook them into an
ridiculous.
amp and play them as actual guitars.
Really?
So that now, if you play enough, you can learn to play
You can.
the guitar.
The idea is all those
in theory.
musicians who bitch, this is stupid. Why would you even want to do this? This is
Yeah, they
dumb.
can now get in on it.
they can shut the fuck up because
Now
you
they-
actually can learn
Now
to play
they
the
can
guitar.
really
through
bitch
it.
as their job becomes
Yeah.
more and more obsolete.
Well, yeah, I know. Well, no, now as they're like fucking up and losing at the game, you're like, you got no excuse now,
Okay.
bitches.
You've also got a keytar.
Rock Band 3 versus Greg. I want to see it.
Yeah,
Rock Band 4 comes with heroin.
I want to own Rock Band 3 entirely to make Greg stop bitching, just to go. Fine, you can play with us now, and you can't say shit.
No. Jason's got it because they'll have an add-on with a behind the music segment that you can film of yourself. your rise and fall as a rock band star.
They should
And it'll all
totally
be
do
like 12-year-olds.
that. So, did they show that there?
They did. I didn't play it, but I saw people playing it as I was waiting in line for Connect. Still the same setup. I didn't get to see the new guitars. Because in addition to the real guitar with the strings,
There's a keytar.
There's a keytar, but there's also a guitar that has 6 frets or 6 buttons on each fret all the way down.
Oh my God.
So it's like 102 buttons or something like that. So if your fingers aren't acclimated to being on a string guitar, you can just be pressing all these buttons, and it's kind of like your little stopgap to playing the real thing. So yeah, I'm actually really looking forward to trying that out.
I'm waiting for Moog Band.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yes. Get on the Moog synthesizer.
See, the-
Theremin Hero.
In fact, that like with the keytar, they've already announced a lot of band stuff in here that is stuff they wouldn't have done at previous ones because it was more keyboard oriented. Which, come on, Leon, you're into it. Electric like orchestra set on fucking guitar on Rock Band. You want it.
Oh, I'm thinking more like Roger Troutman, where I just get to sing it through an auto tune for everything.
I want there to be like a draw hero or something where you
There we
like
go.
you get better and better just
Photoshop
drawing.
Hero.
I mean, actually, is there a game where you can draw like on a Wacom tablet that like shows up on your screen, like you play like Pictionary or something,
No.
or
Yeah.
like Win, Lose, or Draw?
Or Snappy the Turtle, like how accurately you can draw
Yeah,
Snappy
how-
the Turtle.
And then you could get a huge career.
Snappy the Turtle.
You could go to art college
On-
just by drawing that.
On
Draw
that
this
note,
pirate.
There's
thank you,
Skeleton.
Mario, but our princess is in another castle. So that wraps up the latest video game episode of the Leog. And
Take
so
that all other video game podcasts.
Fuck you,
That's-
video game
I,
podcast.
I've
I didn't
heard
say that.
there are others, but yeah.
Fuck those guys.
But yeah, so
Except Rebel
let's
FM, real quick.
wrap it up with our traditional Long Live the League.
Yeah, great job, Jason.
Oh wait, that ends this episode. Oh wait, I have another
You're
life.
No, you're
And
done.
now, volume 2 of the video game. No,
Hey, can I
Fine.
make a plug real quick?
oh,
Are we already out?
we're kind of done, but go ahead.
Okay. Well, I was just gonna say, like, support your local video game stores. Don't let GameStop take over. If you've got a mom and pop store in your area, check them out. Go give them some money.
Here, here.
But I have a GameStop card.
Yeah, I frequent my mom and pop store all the time.
I do too.
It's called Amazon.com.